What is great enlightening being's dedication causing all roots of goodness to endure? Here the enlightening beings may be rulers of great nations, their virtue extending to all, their fame shaking the world. Their enemies all submit to them, and their commands are all based on correct principles. They hold a single canopy that gives shade to all quarters, and travel everywhere as leaders of the land, unobstructed wherever they turn, tying on the turban of non-defilement. They are sovereign masters of the law, and all who see them submit. They do not torture or punish people, yet all obey, moved by their virtue. They deal with sentient beings with liberality, kind words, beneficial actions, and cooperation. As universal rulers, they provide for everyone. Enlightening beings abiding in such sovereign virtues have a great retinue. They cannot be undermined. They are rid of all faults. No one ever tires of seeing them. Adorned with felicitous virtues, their marks of greatness and embellishments are fully developed. Their bodies and limbs are well proportioned, and they have robust, healthy, ideal human bodies. Their great strength is consummate, and they cannot be constrained or overcome by anyone. They attain pure action and are free from all barriers caused by actions. They fully practice all giving. Sometimes they give food and drink, sometimes they give delicacies, sometimes they give conveyances, or clothing, or flower garlands, or incenses and perfumes, beds, seats, houses, lamps, medicines, precious vessels, jeweled carriages, trained elephants and horses, all magnificently adorned. They give all these gladly. If any come and ask for their throne, or canopies or parasols, banners, pennants, treasures or other adornments, or the jeweled crowns on their heads, or the radiant jewels in their topknots, or even the rank of ruler itself, they begrudge nothing. If they see sentient beings in prison, they give up their treasures, their spouses, children, retinue, and even their own bodies to rescue them and free them. If they see prisoners about to be executed, they give up their bodies in exchange for those prisoners' lives. Then again, if they see anyone come begging from them, begging for even their flesh or hair, they gladly give them ungrudgingly. Their eyes, ears, noses, tongues, teeth, heads, hands, feet, blood, flesh, bones, marrow, internal organs, skin, fingers, toes, and nails, all they give with a joyful heart. In their quest for teachings they have never heard, they would hurl themselves into pits of fire. In order to preserve the true teaching of the Buddhas, they would endure all kinds of pain. In seeking the teaching, for even one word of it, they can give up everything within the 4 seas. They continually civilize and guide sentient beings by means of right teaching, causing them to cultivate good practices and abandon evil. If they see sentient beings physically harming others, they kindly rescue them and cause them to give up wrongdoing. If they see Buddhas attain supreme enlightenment, they praise them, causing everyone to hear and know of them. They may donate land and provide for and attend to them. They may give their own bodies to those who ask, or they may give them to the Buddhas. Because of their quest for the truth, they are extremely joyful. They provide service and support for sentient beings. They might give up their kingship, their cities, towns, villages, palaces, gardens and groves, spouses, children, and retinues, fulfilling all requests. Sometimes they give away all necessities of life to establish great assemblies of giving, from which none are prohibited, and provide for the needs of all the sentient beings who come, all kinds of fields of blessings, whether they come from afar or nearby, whether they are intelligent or stupid, no matter what they look like, whether they are male or female, whether human or non-human, their mental patterns different, their requirements each different. The enlightening give to all to satisfy everyone. When enlightening beings give in this way, they develop a mind of good control, with which they practice dedication. Controlling the body well, controlling sensation, conception, action, and consciousness well, controlling sovereignty well, controlling followers well, controlling means of subsistence well, controlling generous giving well, they accordingly cause all roots of goodness to be firm and enduring. Whatever great enlightening beings give, their charity being boundless, they dedicate those roots of goodness in this way. When they give fine food to sentient beings, their minds are pure and have no covetousness or attachment to what they give, nor do they begrudge anything. They practice giving fully, praying that all sentient beings gain the food of knowledge and wisdom, their minds unobstructed, comprehending the nature of food and having no greed or attachment, only enjoying the food of truth and the food of emancipation, filled with knowledge and wisdom, firmly abiding by the truth, embodying roots of goodness, with the body of reality and the body of knowledge traveling in purity. Taking pity on sentient beings, to be fields of blessing they appear to take solid food. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of good roots when they give food. When great enlightening beings give something to drink, they dedicate these roots of goodness in this way. They pray that all sentient beings drink of the water of the flavor of truth, diligently cultivate the whole way of enlightening beings, cut off thirst from the world, always seek enlightened knowledge, leave the realm of desire, attain the joy and bliss of truth, produce their bodies from the pure teaching, always tune and control their minds by means of concentration, enter the ocean of knowledge, produce great clouds of teaching, shower great rain of teaching. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when they give things to drink. Great enlightening beings give various flavors: pungent, sour, salty, bland, as well as sweet, various flavors, rich, able to cause the body's elements to be settled and harmonious, the skin and body well developed, the energy strong, the heart clear and pure and always joyful, not causing vomiting when eaten, making the senses clear and sharp, the internal organs fully developed and impervious to poison and disease, without distress, forever attaining comfort. These roots of goodness they dedicate in this way. May all sentient beings gain the supreme flavor of ambrosia. May all sentient beings obtain the flavor of the knowledge of truth and comprehend the function of all flavors. May all sentient beings obtain the flavor of infinite truths, know the realm of reality, and abide at peace in the great citadel of truth and ultimate reality. May all sentient beings produce great clouds of teachings throughout the cosmos, shower the rain of truth everywhere, teach, edify, and civilize all sentient beings. May all sentient beings gain the flavor of supreme knowledge, that the unexcelled joy of truth fill their minds and bodies. May all sentient beings obtain all the excellent flavors of non-attachment, and not be addicted to mundane tastes, but always diligently cultivate and practice all aspects of Buddhahood. May all sentient beings gain the flavor of one truth, and realize that all Buddha teachings are without difference. May all sentient beings gain the flavor of supreme victory, and ride on omniscience, never turning back. May all sentient beings gain the flavor of entry into the truth of non-difference of all Buddhas, and be able to distinguish all faculties. May all sentient beings attain increase of the savor of the teaching and always be able to fulfill the Buddha's teaching of non-obstruction. This is the Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving flavorings to cause all sentient beings to cultivate virtue and all be fully endowed with the body of unobstructed knowledge. When Great Enlightening Beings give conveyances, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings gain the vehicle of complete omniscience and ride in the great vehicle, the indestructible vehicle, the supreme vehicle, the highest vehicle, the swift vehicle, the vehicle of great power, the vehicle replete with virtue, the vehicle leaving mundanity, the vehicle that produces the innumerable enlightening beings. This is the Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving conveyances. When Great Enlightening Beings give clothing, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings gain the raiment of shame and conscience wherewith to cover their bodies. May they give up the erroneous practice of heretics who expose their bodies. May their color be lustrous and their skin fine and soft. May they attain the foremost bliss of the Buddhas and attain the most pure, comprehensive knowledge of ways of liberation. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving clothing. Great Enlightening Beings are constantly giving out various fine flowers, flowers of subtle fragrance, flowers of various colors, innumerable extraordinary flowers, beautiful flowers, delightful flowers, flowers of all seasons, celestial flowers, flowers of the human world, highly prized flowers, extremely fragrant and delightful flowers. Innumerable such fine flowers they offer to living Buddhas and to the shrines of extinct Buddhas, to those who expound the teaching, to mendicants, to all enlightening beings, to good teachers, to Buddhist disciples, to self-enlightened ones, to parents, relatives, even themselves, as well as to all the poor and destitute. When they give, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain the flowers of concentration of the Buddhas, able to cause all the teachings to bloom. May all sentient beings become as pleasing and endlessly delightful to all they meet as the Buddhas are. May all sentient beings be satisfied by what they see, and be free from disturbance and agitation. May all sentient beings fully carry out far-reaching pure works. May all sentient beings always remember good associates, their minds unchanging. May all sentient beings be like all-curing medicine, able to remove the toxins of all afflictions. May all sentient beings fulfill great vows, and all get to be rulers of unexcelled knowledge. May all sentient beings, with the light of the sun of knowledge and wisdom, destroy the darkness of ignorance and folly. May all sentient beings' pure moon of enlightenment wax full. May all sentient beings enter the land of great treasures, meet true knowers, and fully develop all roots of goodness. This is the Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving flowers, to cause sentient beings to all attain pure, unobstructed knowledge. When Great Enlightening Beings give garlands, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings be a pleasure for all people to behold, so that all who see them admire them, all who see them feel friendly toward them, all who see them like them, all who see them look up to them, all who see them are relieved of anxiety, all who see them become joyful, all who see them give up evil, all who see them may always approach the Buddhas, and all who see them are purified and attain omniscience. This is the Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving garlands. When Great Enlightening Beings give incense, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings be filled with the fragrance of morality, and attain to the standards of not being heedless, not being impure, not being defiled, having nothing to regret, becoming free from bondage, being unfrenzied, non-transgression, non-extremism, emancipation from the world, and the transcendent ways of enlightening beings. May all sentient beings, by these precepts, all accomplish the body of morality of all Buddhas. This is the great enlightening being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving incense, in order to cause sentient beings all to be able to complete the body of unobstructed morality. When great enlightening beings give perfumes, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings be perfumed with the fragrance of generosity, able to give whatever they have. May all sentient beings be perfumed with the fragrance of morality, attaining the ultimately pure morality of the enlightened. May all sentient beings be perfumed with the fragrance of tolerance, giving up all harmful intentions. May all sentient beings be perfumed with the fragrance of energy, always wearing the armor of heroic effort of the great vehicle. May all sentient beings be perfumed with the fragrance of concentration, abiding peacefully in the concentration in which the Buddhas appear to them. May all sentient beings be perfumed with the fragrance of wisdom, in a single moment becoming sovereigns of unexcelled knowledge. May all sentient beings be perfumed with the fragrance of truth, attaining fearlessness in the highest teaching. May all sentient beings be perfumed with the fragrance of virtue, developing all knowledge of great merit and virtue. May all sentient beings be perfumed with the fragrance of enlightenment, attain the 10 powers of Buddhahood, and reach the other shore. May all sentient beings be perfumed with the sublime fragrance of pure ways and forever annihilate all bad qualities. This is great enlightening being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving perfumes. When great enlightening beings give couches, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings obtain celestial couches and realize great knowledge and wisdom. May all sentient beings obtain the couch of sages, give up the mentality of ordinary men, and abide in the aspiration for enlightenment. May all sentient beings obtain the couch of peace and happiness, forever parting from all the pains and afflictions of birth and death. May all sentient beings obtain the couch of the ultimate, and get to see the autonomous spiritual powers of the Buddhas. May all sentient beings obtain the couch of equanimity, and always cultivate all good ways. May all sentient beings obtain the couch of supremacy, and fulfill pure action which has no peer in the world. May all sentient beings obtain the couch of tranquility, realize the truth, and reach ultimate reality. May all sentient beings obtain the couch of purity, and cultivate the Buddha's sphere of pure knowledge. May all sentient beings obtain the couch of security and have the constant protection of good teachers. May all sentient beings obtain the couch of lions and lie on their right sides the way the Buddhas do. This is the great enlightening being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving couches. When great enlightening beings give rooms and shelters, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings gain peaceful residence in pure Buddha lands, and diligently cultivate all virtues, abide peacefully in the realm of profound concentration, and give up all attachment to dwelling places. Realize all dwelling places have no existence. Detach from all worlds. Abide in omniscience. Take in the abodes of all Buddhas. Live in the abode of peace and comfort of the ultimate path. Always rest on supremely pure roots of goodness, and never leave the unexcelled abode of the Buddhas. This is great enlightening being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving shelters, because they wish to benefit all sentient beings and think of how to help them out according to their needs. When great enlightening beings give places to live, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings obtain what is really good for them, that their minds be happy and at peace. May all sentient beings live according to the Buddha, according to great knowledge, according to good teachers, according to what is most worthy of respect, according to good actions, according to great kindness, according to great compassion, according to the 6 ways of transcendence, according to the great determination for enlightenment, and according to the path of all enlightening beings. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving places to live, because they want to cause everyone's virtue, ultimate state, knowledge, path, principles, morality, aspirations, faith, vows, and all qualities of spiritual faculties to be pure. When great enlightening beings give lamps, butter lamps, oil lamps, jewel lamps, crystal lamps, lacquer lamps, fire lamps, aloe lamps, sandalwood lamps, lamps of all fragrances, lamps with lights of infinite colors. When they give innumerable such lamps in order to benefit all sentient beings, to include all sentient beings, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain infinite light and illumine the true teachings of all Buddhas. May all sentient beings attain pure light and clearly perceive the most subtle and minute forms in the world. May all sentient beings attain unclouded light and realize that the realms of sentient beings are empty, without existence. May all sentient beings attain boundless light, so their bodies emit subtle radiance illumining everything. May all sentient beings attain all illuminating light, and their minds never retreat from the teachings of the Buddhas. May all sentient beings attain the pure light of Buddhas, appearing in all lands. May all sentient beings attain unobstructed light, one light illumining everything in the cosmos. May all sentient beings attain uninterrupted light, illuminating the Buddha lands, the light unbroken. May all sentient beings attain the light of the banner of knowledge, illumining the world. May all sentient beings attain light of infinite colors, shining on all fields and manifesting spiritual powers. Thus, enlightening beings, when they give lamps, wishing to benefit all sentient beings, to give peace and happiness to all sentient beings, follow all sentient beings by these roots of goodness, embrace all sentient beings by these roots of goodness, distribute to all sentient beings these roots of goodness, treat all sentient beings kindly by these roots of goodness, satisfy all sentient beings by these roots of goodness, take care of all sentient beings by these roots of goodness, rescue all sentient beings by these roots of goodness, focus their minds on sentient beings by these roots of goodness, equally benefit all sentient beings by these roots of goodness, and observe all sentient beings by these roots of goodness. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving lamps. They dedicate thus without hindrance, causing sentient beings to dwell on roots of goodness. When enlightening beings give medicines, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain ultimate emancipation from all shrouds and bonds. May all sentient beings forever be rid of the body of sickness and attain the body of the enlightened. May all sentient beings become great medicine themselves, annihilating the sickness of all that is not good. May all sentient beings perfect the medicine that relieves all illness and abides securely in the enlightening being's stage of non-regression. May all sentient beings develop the medicines of enlightenment and be able to extract the poison arrows of all afflictions. May all sentient beings draw near to worthies and sages, annihilate afflictions, and cultivate pure practices. May all sentient beings become great physicians, forever eliminating all illnesses and not letting them recur. May all sentient beings be indestructible trees of medicine, able to cure all sentient beings. May all sentient beings attain the light of omniscience and remove the myriad arrows of sickness. May all sentient beings know how to formulate worldly medicines to cure the illnesses there. When great enlightening beings give medicines, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way to cause all sentient beings to be forever free from sicknesses, to be ultimately at ease, to be ultimately pure, to be free from illusion like the Buddha, to remove the arrows of all sicknesses, to attain an inexhaustible, healthy body, to attain an indestructible body, to attain a strong body, to attain the complete comfort of Buddhahood, which cannot be taken away, and to attain the independent, strong body of all Buddhas. Great enlightening beings are able to generously give all kinds of vessels: gold vessels filled with jewels, silver vessels filled with jewels, lapis lazuli vessels filled with various precious substances, glass vessels filled with innumerable jewel ornaments, mother-of-pearl vessels filled with red pearls, agate vessels filled with coral, white jade vessels filled with myriad delicacies, sandalwood vessels filled with celestial raiment, diamond vessels filled with myriad sublime fragrances, countless precious vessels of all kinds filled with innumerable various treasures. They give them to Buddhas because they believe the Buddha's field of blessings is inconceivable. They give to enlightening beings because they know that wise teachers are hard to find. They give to holy mendicants to cause the Buddha teachings to remain in the world. They give to disciples of Buddhas and to individual illuminates because they have pure faith in the sages. They give to their parents out of respect. They give to their teachers and predecessors that they may always teach, to induce the cultivation of virtues in accord with the injunctions of the sages. They give to the lowly, poor, and destitute, because they regard all sentient beings equally with the loving eye of great benevolence and compassion. They give out of devotion to fulfillment of the transcendent generosity of all enlightening beings of past, present, and future. They give everything to everyone because they never reject sentient beings. When they give in this way, they have no attachment to the gift or the receiver. When great enlightening beings give various precious vessels filled with innumerable precious things like this, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings become vessels equal to the boundless receptacle of space, with vast recollective power able to absorb and retain all worldly and transmundane scriptures without forgetting anything. May all sentient beings become vessels of purity, able to understand the extremely profound true teaching of the Buddhas. May all sentient beings become vessels of unexcelled jewels, able to receive and hold the teachings of Buddhas of all times. May all sentient beings become vast vessels of teaching of the enlightened, with indestructible faith taking in the methods of enlightenment of the Buddhas of all times. May all sentient beings become vessels adorned by supreme treasures, abiding in the most powerful will for enlightenment. May all sentient beings become vessels which are receptacles of virtue, developing pure faith in the infinite knowledge and wisdom of the enlightened. May all sentient beings become the vessel of approach and entry into omniscience, and ultimately attain the unhindered liberation of the enlightened. May all sentient beings become vessels of enlightening practices throughout the future, able to cause sentient beings to all abide securely in the power of omniscience. May all sentient beings become vessels of the supreme qualities of the family of Buddhas of all times, able to receive and retain what is said by the Buddhas in their sublime voices. May all sentient beings become vessels containing the congregations and enlightenment scenes of all Buddhas of all worlds throughout the space of the cosmos, becoming great human beings, leaders in praising the Buddhas and requesting them to turn the wheel of true teaching. This is Great Enlightening Beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving vessels, because they want to cause all sentient beings to be able to complete the vessel of the practice and vows of the universally good enlightening being. Great enlightening beings give various chariots, adorned with jewels, to the Buddhas, to enlightening beings, teachers, worthy companions, disciples of Buddhas and individual illuminates, and innumerable various such fields of blessings, including the poor and destitute. Of these people, some come from afar, some come from nearby. Some come because they have heard of the enlightening beings. Some come because of affinities with the enlightening beings. Some come because they have heard of the vow of generosity which the enlightening beings made in the past. Some come at the request of the enlightening beings themselves. At such a time, the enlightening beings may give jeweled chariots or gold chariots, all beautifully adorned, covered with nets of chimes, with precious streamers trailing. They may give chariots of the finest lapis lazuli, decorated with countless rarities. They may give silver chariots covered with golden nets, drawn by swift horses. They may give chariots adorned with countless mixed jewels, covered with jewel nets, drawn by elephants. They may give sandalwood chariots with wheels of sublime jewels, canopies of mixed jewels, with lion seats of jewels set out in fine arrays, with 100,000 girls sitting in rows thereon, the carts driven by 100,000 strong men. Or they may give chariots of clear crystal, decorated with mixtures of gems, filled with beautiful women, covered with jeweled curtains, with banners and pennants on the sides. They may give chariots of stores of agate, embellished with all precious substances, perfumed with various fragrances, adorned with all kinds of beautiful flowers, with 100,000 girls holding jewel ornaments, the carts pulled by steeds equally well trained, able to travel over dangerous places with ease. Or they may give chariots of solid perfume, with wheels of precious substances, with massive beautiful adornments, covered with jeweled drapes, trailing jeweled nets, the inside spread with various precious robes, emitting fine, pure, pleasing fragrances, attended by countless celestials as they move along, providing all kinds of precious substances from time to time. They may present chariots of luminous jewels, the beautiful hues of the various jewels thoroughly translucent, covered with nets of many wonderful jewels, with ornaments of mixed jewels hanging down all sides, sprinkled with powdered incense, fragrant and clean inside and out, with charming men and women riding on them. When great enlightening beings present such chariots of myriad beautiful gems to Buddhas, they dedicate the roots of goodness thus. May all sentient beings be able to make offerings to the highest field of blessings, give to Buddhas with deep faith, and attain infinite rewards. May all sentient beings turn their whole minds to the Buddha, and always meet infinite pure fields of blessings. May all sentient beings begrudge nothing to the Buddhas, and fully perfect the mind of great relinquishment. May all sentient beings practice giving to the Buddhas, give up the aspirations of the two lesser vehicles, and attain the unobstructed liberation and omniscient knowledge of the Buddhas. May all sentient beings practice endless giving to the Buddhas and enter the knowledge and wisdom of Buddhas with infinite virtues. May all sentient beings enter the supreme knowledge of Buddhas and be able to become sovereigns of pure, unexcelled knowledge. May all sentient beings attain the Buddha's spiritual faculty of reaching everywhere without obstruction and go wherever they wish freely. May all sentient beings enter deeply into the great vehicle, attain immeasurable knowledge, and be stabilized therein, imperturbable. May all sentient beings be able to bring forth ways to omniscience and become supreme fields of blessings for humans and celestials. May all sentient beings have no antagonism toward the Buddhas, diligently plant roots of goodness, and happily seek enlightened knowledge. May all sentient beings spontaneously be able to go to all Buddha fields, going throughout the cosmos in a single instant without tiring. May all sentient beings attain the free spiritual faculties of enlightening beings, distribute their bodies throughout space, approach and make offerings to all Buddhas. May all sentient beings attain the incomparable body, going everywhere in the 10 directions without wearying. May all sentient beings attain a vast body flying swiftly wherever they want to go, never flagging. May all sentient beings attain the ultimate power of freedom of all Buddhas, in a single instant manifesting the Buddha's spiritual powers and mystic displays throughout space. May all sentient beings cultivate peaceful, blissful practice, following the path of all enlightening beings. May all sentient beings attain speed in action and consummate the knowledge and spiritual abilities of the 10 powers. May all sentient beings enter all lands in the cosmos, annulling the boundaries so they are equal and without distinction. May all sentient beings carry out the practice of universal goodness and wisdom, never retreating, reach the other shore, and attain omniscience. May all sentient beings climb into the vehicle of peerless knowledge and, following the nature of things, see the truth as it really is. This is the great enlightening being's dedication of roots of goodness when presenting precious chariots to all Buddhas of the present or to the memorial shrines of Buddhas after they have passed away. This is to cause sentient beings to gain the unobstructed vehicle of ultimate emancipation of the enlightened. When great enlightening beings give precious chariots to good teachers such as enlightening beings, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings always remember the teachings of the wise and concentrate diligently on preserving them so they may not be lost. May all sentient beings share the same benefits as good teachers, all inclusive, and have the same roots of goodness. May all sentient beings draw near to good teachers, respect and provide for them, giving up all they have to please them. May all sentient beings develop good aspirations and follow good associates, never leaving them. May all sentient beings always get to meet good teachers, wholeheartedly attend to them, and not oppose their instructions. May all sentient beings like good teachers and never reject them, so there is no alienation, no mix-up, and no error. May all sentient beings be able to give themselves to good teachers, following their instructions without opposition. May all sentient beings be accepted by good teachers, cultivate great compassion, and depart from all evils. May all sentient beings follow good teachers and listen to the truths spoken by the Buddhas. May all sentient beings have the same roots of goodness as the teachers, with pure results of action, and practice the same vows as the enlightening beings, ultimately accomplishing the 10 powers. May all sentient beings be able to accept and apply the methods of good teachers, and reach the realms of all concentrations, knowledge, wisdom, and spiritual powers. May all sentient beings be able to accept and hold all right teachings, put them into practice, and reach the other shore. May all sentient beings ride in the great vehicle without any hindrance or obstruction, and ultimately complete the path of omniscience. May all sentient beings manage to climb into the vehicle of all knowledge and reach the abode of peace without ever turning back. May all sentient beings know how to act according to reality and attain the ultimate of all the Buddha teachings they hear, never forgetting. May all sentient beings be accepted by the Buddhas and attain unhindered knowledge of ultimate truth. May all sentient beings attain autonomous spiritual powers which never fade away, and be able to go wherever they want to in a single thought. May all sentient beings come and go freely, widely teaching and guiding, causing others to abide in the great vehicle. May all sentient beings' acts be fruitful, borne by the vehicle of knowledge to the stage of the ultimate. May all sentient beings gain the vehicle of non-obstruction and reach all places by unimpeded knowledge. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving various chariots and cars to good teachers. It is to cause sentient beings to be filled with virtues equal to the Buddhas and enlightening beings. When great enlightening beings give precious chariots to mendicants, they engender the will to practice all giving, the will to comprehend thoroughly by knowledge, the will to purify virtuous qualities, the mind which accords with relinquishment, the thought that true Buddhist mendicants are hard to meet, a mind of deep faith in the religious community, and a will to uphold right teaching. They abide in supreme aspiration to an unprecedented degree. They hold great assemblies of giving, producing immeasurably great merit with profound faith in the Buddha's teaching which cannot be undermined. They dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings enter comprehensively into the Buddha teachings and keep them in mind. May all sentient beings leave the state of ordinary ignorant people and enter the realm of sages. May all sentient beings quickly enter the ranks of the sages and be able to use the Buddha teachings to awaken and guide step by step. May all sentient beings be respected and trusted by all the world. May all sentient beings enter into the equality of all things and know that the inherent nature of things is non-dual. May all sentient beings be born from the realm of enlightened knowledge and be surrounded by docile, harmonious people. May all sentient beings abide by the methods for removing defilement, getting rid of the stains of all afflictions. May all sentient beings be able to form a supreme religious community, leave the state of ordinary people, and enter the congregation of worthies and sages. May all sentient beings diligently practice good principles, attain unhindered knowledge, and be endowed with sage-like qualities. May all sentient beings attain wisdom, not be attached to the past, present, or future, and be free as kings among the masses. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of knowledge and wisdom and turn the wheel of right teaching. May all sentient beings be endowed with spiritual faculties and be able to go to innumerable worlds in a single thought. May all sentient beings ride the body of space, their knowledge unobstructed in any world. May all sentient beings enter all congregations of Buddhas throughout cosmic space, and accomplish the foremost practices of transcendence. May all sentient beings attain physical lightness and comfort and extraordinary knowledge and wisdom, and be able to enter all Buddha fields. May all sentient beings attain unbounded skillful power of psychic travel, manifesting their bodies in all lands. May all sentient beings attain a body which relies on nothing at all, appearing everywhere like a reflection by spiritual faculties. May all sentient beings attain inconceivable autonomous spiritual powers, whereby they appear before those who may be taught, to edify and civilize them. May all sentient beings attain unhindered means of entry into the reality realm, in a single thought traveling throughout all lands in the 10 directions. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving precious chariots to mendicants. It is to cause sentient beings to all ride the vehicle of pure, unsurpassed knowledge, and in all worlds turn the unobstructed wheel of knowledge of truth. When Great Enlightening Beings give precious chariots to Buddhist disciples and individual illuminates, they engender these frames of mind: consciousness of fields of blessings, honor and respect, consciousness of oceans of virtues, consciousness of ability to produce virtue and wisdom, consciousness of birth from the power of the virtues of the enlightened, consciousness of myriad eons of cultivation, consciousness of ability to cultivate enlightening practices over innumerable eons, consciousness of escape from the bondage of all delusion, consciousness of destruction of all demons, consciousness of the light of wisdom illumining the unexcelled truth. The roots of goodness in this giving of chariots they dedicate in this way: may all sentient beings be supreme fields of blessings, believed in by the world, fulfilling unexcelled transcendent generosity. May all sentient beings give up useless talk, always enjoy solitude, and have no second thoughts. May all sentient beings become most excellent pure fields of blessings, taking in all sentient beings and inducing them to cultivate acts which produce felicity. May all sentient beings become fonts of wisdom and be able to bestow on living beings immeasurable, innumerable rewards of roots of goodness. May all sentient beings persist in unhindered action, fully developing a pure, excellent field of blessings. May all sentient beings abide in non-contention, realizing that all things do nothing and have essencelessness for their essence. May all sentient beings always get to be near the supreme field of blessings, fully cultivating immeasurable virtues. May all sentient beings be able to manifest immeasurable spiritual powers and include all conscious beings in a pure field of blessings. May all sentient beings be endowed with a field of blessings of inexhaustible virtues, able to bestow on beings the 10 powers of the enlightened, the fruit of the foremost vehicle. May all sentient beings become fruitful, genuine fields of blessings, and develop the inexhaustible collection of blessings of all knowledge. May all sentient beings attain the way to extinguish wrongdoing, and be able to receive and hold the expressions and meanings of Buddha's teachings which they have never heard. May all sentient beings always diligently listen to and absorb all Buddha teachings, and understand everything they hear so that it is not in vain. May all sentient beings hear the principles of the Buddhas, comprehend their ultimate import, and be able to expound them according to what they have learned. May all sentient beings believe and practice the instructions of the enlightened, and forever give up all the false views of erroneous philosophies. May all sentient beings always see worthies and sages and develop all the most excellent foundations of goodness. May all sentient beings always trust people who act wisely and associate with and respect the sages. May all sentient beings, hearing the names of Buddhas, not let it go to waste, but all get to see with their eyes those they have heard of. May all sentient beings analyze and know well the right doctrines of the Buddhas, and be able to protect those who hold the Buddha teaching. May all sentient beings always enjoy listening to all Buddha teachings, absorb and hold them, read and recite them, expound upon them, illumine them, and comprehend them. May all sentient beings believe and understand the true virtues of the Buddha's teachings, and give whatever they have in respectful offerings. This is the dedication of roots of goodness of great enlightening beings when giving various chariots and cars to disciples of Buddhas or individual illuminates, to cause all sentient beings to attain fulfillment of pure, supreme knowledge and spiritual powers, to cultivate practice diligently, and attain omniscience, power, and fearlessness. When great enlightening beings give precious chariots to fields of blessings, including the poor, the destitute, and the orphaned, they joyfully and tirelessly give whatever is needed, and even apologize to those people. I should have gone to offer you provisions, rather than trouble you to come so far and wear yourself out. Then they bow and kneel before them, ask about their health, and give them whatever they need. Sometimes they give crystal chariots with the finest women in the land. Sometimes they give gilded chariots with women prized in society. Sometimes they give lapis lazuli chariots with dancing girls. Sometimes they give chariots of various extraordinary jewels with maidens like goddesses. Sometimes they give chariots adorned with innumerable jewels, with bejeweled women, gentle and bright, eloquent and intelligent. Sometimes they give sandalwood chariots to ride. Sometimes they give crystal chariots with bejeweled women in them, incomparably beautiful, dressed in sumptuous robes, a delight to all who see. Sometimes they give agate chariots, with crown princes riding in them. Sometimes they give chariots of aromatic resins with all their sons and daughters in them. Sometimes they give chariots adorned with all precious substances, with their relatives and good friends, so hard to give up, riding in them. Great enlightening beings respectfully give innumerable such precious chariots when they are asked for, to satisfy all wishes and make people happy and content. They dedicate these roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings ride the universal vehicle, which rolls unimpeded and never turns back, to reach inconceivable trees of enlightenment. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of knowledge of the great teaching, based on pure causes, and cultivate enlightening practice throughout the future, never turning back. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of the non-existence of all things, forever part from all conceptual clinging, and always practice the path of omniscience. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of truthfulness and honesty, without flattery or deception, and go to all Buddha fields freely without hindrance. May all sentient beings follow and abide by the vehicle of omniscience, pleasing each other with the principles of Buddhahood. May all sentient beings all ride the vehicle of pure practices of enlightening beings, and fulfill all the ways of emancipation and the bliss of concentration of enlightening beings. May all sentient beings ride a vehicle of 4 wheels, that is, living in a good land, staying with good people, building up excellent virtues, and making great vows, hereby fulfilling the pure religious practice of all enlightening beings. May all sentient beings obtain the vehicle of the light of truth illumining everywhere throughout the 10 directions, and cultivate the power of knowledge of all enlightened ones. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of Buddha teaching, and arrive at the other shore of all things. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of the inconceivable teaching of myriad felicitous virtues, and show the right path of peace and serenity throughout the 10 directions. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of great generosity, sloughing off the dirt of stinginess. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of pure morality, maintaining pure precepts as boundless as the cosmos. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of forbearance, and always be free of the pollution of anger towards sentient beings. May all sentient beings ride the non-regressing vehicle of great diligence, steadfastly cultivate excellent practices, and proceed on the path of enlightenment. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of meditation concentration, quickly reach the sight of enlightenment, and realize enlightened knowledge. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of wisdom and skill and means, and emanate bodies filling the realms of the Buddhas in all universes. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of mastery of the teaching, develop fearlessness, and constantly distribute to all people teachings of methods to attain omniscience. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of knowledge without attachment and be able to enter everywhere in the 10 directions into the real nature of things and not be disturbed by anything. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of the teachings of all Buddhas, appearing to be born in all lands throughout the 10 directions, without losing the path of the great vehicle. May all sentient beings ride the vehicle of the supreme treasury of omniscience, and fulfill the practices and vows of the universally good enlightening being without growing weary of it. This is the great enlightening being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving precious chariots to fields of blessings, including the poor and the orphaned, to cause sentient beings to have immeasurable knowledge, to be joyful and buoyant, and to all ultimately attain the vehicle of universal knowledge. Great enlightening beings give prize elephants, which are docile, physically complete and in their prime years, with 6 tusks, pure and clean, lotus-like mouths red in color, bodies pure white, like mountains of snow. They are ornamented with golden banners, covered with nets of jewels, and various exquisite gems adorning their trunks. All find endless delight in looking at them. They can walk thousands of miles without tiring. Also, enlightening beings give trained prize horses with all the characteristics of celestial steeds, with moon-like discs of exquisite jewels as luminous ornaments, covered with nets of gold bells, stepping evenly and straight so that the riders are comfortable, going wherever wished as fast as the wind, traveling freely and unimpeded throughout the 4 continents. Enlightening beings give these prize elephants and horses to their parents, teachers, and to poor, suffering beings. Their hearts are broad and without regret or grudge, only increasing in joy and feeling more and more compassion and pity as they cultivate the virtues of enlightening beings and purify the enlightening mind. They dedicate these roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings abide in the vehicle of harmony and docility and increase in all the virtuous qualities characteristic of enlightening beings. May all sentient beings attain the vehicle of liberative skills and be able to produce all enlightening teachings as necessary. May all sentient beings obtain the vehicle of resolute faith, universally illumining the power of unhindered knowledge of the enlightened. May all sentient beings attain the vehicle of inspiration and be able to conceive all great vows. May all sentient beings fulfill the impartial vehicle of the ways of transcendence and completely fulfill all impartial roots of goodness. May all sentient beings perfect the vehicle of treasures, bearing the unexcelled treasure of knowledge of all verities of Buddhahood. May all sentient beings perfect the vehicle of adornment by the practices of enlightening beings, causing the flowers of the meditations of enlightening beings to bloom. May all sentient beings obtain the vehicle of unbounded swiftness, purifying the enlightening mind and earnestly contemplating for countless eons, comprehending all things. May all sentient beings perfect the great vehicle of supreme self-mastery, with skill and means fulfilling the stages of enlightening beings. May all sentient beings perfect the highest, broadest, sturdiest great vehicle, able to carry all sentient beings to the state of all knowledge. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving elephants and horses to cause sentient beings to all ride the vehicle of unobstructed knowledge, the vehicle to perfect completion and arrival at Buddhahood. When great enlightening beings give seats or lion thrones to sit on, those seats are high and wide and extremely beautiful, with lapis lazuli legs, spread with soft, supple raiment made of gold thread, arrayed with jeweled banners, perfumed with various delicate fragrances, decorated with ornaments of innumerable various jewels, covered overhead with golden nets and jewel chimes rustling in the breeze and producing exquisite sounds, magnificently embellished all around with adornments of myriad unusual designs, looked up to by all people, occupied only by crowned monarchs proclaiming the law respectfully followed by all states. Those monarchs are also adorned with beautiful jewels, luminous jewels, sapphires, giant sapphires, jewel crystals from the finest mines, bright and clear as the sun, pure and cool as the moon. Surrounding in profusion, like myriad stars, are ornaments of supreme beauty, incomparable jewels of the sea, solid banner-like structures of the sea, with extraordinary patterns and unusual appearances. Their heads are crowned with turbans of finest gold and pure jewels. They receive the rank of coronation, reign over the continent Jambu, endowed with immeasurable charismatic power, making kindness principle, conquering all those who are hostile and inimical, obeyed wherever their commands reach. Great enlightening beings, becoming such monarchs, then give such jewel-adorned thrones to Buddhas, the foremost fields of blessings, and to enlightening beings, genuine teachers, wise and holy mendicants, preachers of the teaching, parents, relatives, Buddhist disciples and individual illuminates, as well as those setting out on the vehicle of enlightening beings, and also to monuments of Buddhas, and to all the poor and destitute, the orphaned and homeless. They give everything according to need. These roots of goodness they dedicate in this way. May all sentient beings sit on the seat of enlightenment and thoroughly awaken to the truth realized by all Buddhas. May all sentient beings sit on the seat of freedom and attain independence of things which even diamond mountains could not break, and be able to smash and conquer all the hordes of delusions. May all sentient beings gain the Buddha's lion throne of freedom, looked up to by all beings. May all sentient beings obtain chairs adorned with unspeakably unspeakable numbers of various exquisite jewels, become masters of the teachings, and guide sentient beings. May all sentient beings attain the throne which is supreme in all worlds, adorned by extensive great foundations of goodness. May all sentient beings obtain seats which pervade unspeakable numbers of worlds, such as could not be fully eulogized in immeasurable eons. May all sentient beings obtain the seat of profound mystic virtues, and their bodies fill all universes. May all sentient beings obtain seats of inconceivable numbers of all kinds of jewels, and extensively carry out the giving of teaching to whatever sentient beings are considered in their past vows. May all sentient beings obtain seats of refined subtlety and manifest the spiritual powers of untold Buddhas. May all sentient beings obtain seats of all jewels, of all incenses, of all flowers, of all robes, of all garlands, of all crystals, and so on, seats of inconceivably many various precious things, seats of innumerable worlds, pure seats of the adornments of all worlds, seats of all diamonds, and manifest the powers and freedom of Buddhas and fulfill most perfect enlightenment. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving seats of precious things, to cause sentient beings to obtain the seat of great enlightenment beyond the world and spontaneously become aware of the truths realized by all Buddhas. Great enlightening beings give various precious canopies, these canopies extraordinary, used by nobles, adorned with various great jewels, most excellent among billions of fine canopies, with supports made of all precious substances, covered with fine meshes, with golden bells on jeweled strings hanging down all around and draped with crystal necklaces making elegant sounds in harmony with the stirring of the breeze, all decorated with treasuries of pearls and jades, filled with innumerable various rarities, scented with sandalwood and aloe, fully embellished with infinite precious substances like radiantly pure gold. Such canopies they give with pure hearts to Buddhas, or to monuments of Buddhas after their extinction, or, for the sake of the teaching, they give them to enlightening beings, good teachers, famous ministers of the teaching. Or they give them to parents, or to mendicants, or to all the Buddhist teachings, or to various sentient beings as fields of blessings, or to religious leaders or venerable adepts, or those who have just set their minds on enlightenment, and to all the poor, destitute, orphaned, and homeless, to all who seek, they give. These roots of goodness they dedicate in this way. May all sentient beings cultivate foundations of goodness whereby to cover their bodies and always be protected by the Buddhas. May all sentient beings make virtue and wisdom their canopies, and forever part from all the afflictions of the world. May all sentient beings shade themselves with virtues, and get rid of the dust and dirt and searing afflictions of the world. May all sentient beings attain a treasury of knowledge and wisdom, causing everyone to always enjoy seeing them. May all sentient beings shade themselves with the pure way of dispassionate tranquility, and all attain the indestructible state of Buddhahood. May all sentient beings shield their bodies with good and ultimately attain the pure body of reality of the Buddhas. May all sentient beings become universal canopies and cover the whole world with the knowledge of the 10 powers. May all sentient beings attain sublime wisdom, transcending the world, free from attachments. May all sentient beings gain the canopy of worthiness, become superlative fields of blessings, and receive all offerings. May all sentient beings obtain the supreme canopy, attain unsurpassed knowledge, and naturally realize enlightenment. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving canopies, umbrellas, and parasols to cause all sentient beings to obtain the canopy of freedom and be able to uphold all good ways, to cause all sentient beings to be able to cover all fields and all lands and all realms of space and manifest the free spiritual powers of the Buddhas without regressing, to cause all sentient beings to be able to adorn all worlds in the 10 directions with one canopy and offer it to the Buddha, to cause all sentient beings to offer beautiful banners, pennants, and jeweled canopies to all the enlightened ones, to cause all sentient beings to obtain a canopy of universal adornment and cover the lands of all the Buddhas. May all sentient beings obtain a vast canopy to cover sentient beings everywhere and cause them all to engender faith in the Buddha, to cause all sentient beings to offer innumerable canopies of wonderful precious adornments to one Buddha and to do the same for innumerable Buddhas, to cause all sentient beings to attain the high, wide canopy of the enlightenment of Buddhas, covering all the enlightened ones, to cause all sentient beings to obtain canopies adorned with all jewels, canopies adorned with all jewelry, canopies adorned with all solid perfumes, canopies with pure adornments of various jewels, canopies with pure adornments of innumerable jewels, immense canopies with adornments of pure jewels, covered with jewel nets, hung with jewel bells waving in the breeze, producing sublime sounds, covering the bodies of the Buddhas in all worlds in the space of the cosmos, to cause all sentient beings to obtain canopies adorned with unhindered, unimpeded knowledge, covering all the enlightened ones. Also because they want to cause all sentient beings to attain the highest knowledge and wisdom, and because they want to cause all sentient beings to attain the adornment of the virtues of Buddhahood, because they want to cause all sentient beings to attain the immeasurable, boundless treasures of the free mind, because they want to cause all sentient beings to be filled with the independent knowledge of all truths, because they want to cause all sentient beings to cover all with virtues, because they want to cause all sentient beings to perfect the canopy of supreme knowledge, because they want to cause all sentient beings to perfect the all-covering canopy of the 10 powers, because they want to cause all sentient beings to be able to cover all Buddha fields in the cosmos, because they want to cause all sentient beings to be masters of all the enlightening teachings, because they want to cause all sentient beings to attain the free mind of great mystic power, because they want to cause all sentient beings to attain vast knowledge permanently, because they want to cause all sentient beings to attain immeasurable ultimate virtues covering all, because they want to cause all sentient beings to cover their minds with virtuous qualities, because they want to cause all sentient beings to shield all living creatures with an impartial mind, because they want to cause all sentient beings to attain skillful means of dedication, because they want to cause all sentient beings to attain pure minds of supreme aspiration, because they want to cause all sentient beings to attain pure wills with good intentions, and because they want to cause all sentient beings to attain great dedication covering all living beings. Great enlightening beings may give various splendid banners and pennants, their poles made of various jewels, pennants made of precious silk, banners of various mixed colors and patterns, draped with jeweled nets, shining colors filling everywhere, jewel bells gently stirring, ringing in harmony, with rare jewels shaped like the half moon, and gold more radiant than the sun placed atop each banner, decorated with various wonderful things caused to appear by results of actions in various worlds. Such marvelous banners and pennants, uncountable millions of billions of them, their radiance joining and highlighting each other, the light pure, covering the ground, filling all Buddha lands in the realms and space in 10 directions. The great enlightening beings with pure-hearted faith give to Buddhas currently existing, or to their monuments after death, or to the treasury of the teaching, or to the religious community, or to enlightening beings, or to Buddhist disciples, or to self-enlightened beings, or to good teachers, or to Buddhist disciples, or to self-enlightened ones, or to the masses, or to particular people. To all who come seeking they give, and dedicate these roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings be able to set up banners of virtue on all foundations of goodness, so that they cannot be destroyed. May all sentient beings set up the banner of mastery of all the teachings, respecting, admiring, and diligently preserving them. May all sentient beings write down the true teachings on precious silk, preserving the treasury of teachings of Buddhas and enlightening beings. May all sentient beings set up high, outstanding banners and light the lamp of wisdom, illuminating all the world. May all sentient beings set up the banner of steadfastness and be able to destroy all delusive actions and manias. May all sentient beings set up the banner of the power of knowledge, which no delusion can damage. May all sentient beings attain the banner of great knowledge and wisdom, destroying all the flags of worldly pride. May all sentient beings gain the banner of great light of the sun of knowledge, and illumine the whole realm of reality with the light of the sun of knowledge. May all sentient beings be endowed with banners adorned with innumerable jewels, filling all worlds in the 10 directions, and offer them to the Buddhas. May all sentient beings obtain the banner of realization of thusness, and destroy all the erroneous views of misleading paths. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving banners and penance, to cause all sentient beings to attain the pure paths of the banner of the extremely profound, lofty, and wide-ranging practices of enlightening beings, and the banner of the action of spiritual powers of enlightening beings. Great enlightening beings open up storehouses of myriad treasures and hundreds of billions of trillions of fine rare jewels to all the countless sentient beings, giving whatever they wish, unbegrudgingly. They dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings always see the treasure of the Buddha, give up folly, and cultivate right mindfulness. May all sentient beings be fully endowed with the light of the treasure of the teaching, and preserve the treasury of teachings of all Buddhas. May all sentient beings be able to support the entire treasure of the community, tirelessly providing for its needs. May all sentient beings attain the highest treasure of mind, omniscience, and may their pure aspiration for enlightenment never recede. May all sentient beings attain the treasure of knowledge, entering into all things without doubt or confusion. May all sentient beings be endowed with the treasure of virtuous qualities of enlightening beings, reveal and expound immeasurable knowledge. May all sentient beings attain a treasure of immeasurable sublime qualities, cultivate and attain the knowledge of the 10 powers of true awareness. May all sentient beings attain the treasure of the 16 knowledges of refined meditation, and ultimately fulfill broad, great knowledge and wisdom. May all sentient beings develop the treasure of the supreme field of blessings, and awaken to the unexcelled knowledge and wisdom of the enlightened. May all sentient beings become masters of the most excellent treasure, and expound all truths with inexhaustible discernment. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving treasures, to cause all sentient beings to obtain the jewel of complete, supreme knowledge, the treasure of the unobstructed pure eye of the enlightened. Great Enlightening Beings may give various beautiful decorations. Decorations for all bodies, causing the body to be beautiful and pleasing to all. Great Enlightening Beings regard all creatures in the world equally, like an only child, and want to cause them all to have adornments purifying their bodies, to attain supreme peace and comfort, to attain the bliss of enlightened knowledge, abide by the Buddha teachings, and benefit living beings. With innumerable various exquisite jewel ornaments such as these, they diligently practice giving, and when they are giving, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings develop unexcelled, wonderful adornments and adorn humans and celestials with pure virtue and knowledge. May all sentient beings attain features of pure adornment, adorning themselves with pure felicitous virtues. May all sentient beings attain features of most sublime adornment, and array themselves with all marks of virtue. May all sentient beings attain features of unconfused adornments, adorning themselves with all marks of Buddhahood. May all sentient beings attain the features of adornment by good, pure speech, endowed with all kinds of unlimited intellectual powers. May all sentient beings attain the features of adornment by voices with all good qualities, their voices pure and clear, pleasing to all who hear. May all sentient beings attain the feature of adornment by the delightful speech of the Buddhas, causing living beings to hear the teaching, rejoice in it, and cultivate pure practice. May all sentient beings attain the features of adornment of mind, entering deep meditative concentration and seeing the Buddhas. May all sentient beings attain the features of adornment by total mental command, illumining the true teachings of all Buddhas. May all sentient beings attain the features of adornment by wisdom and knowledge, adorning their minds with the wisdom and knowledge of Buddhahood. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when generously giving all kinds of ornaments, to cause sentient beings to be endowed with the adornments of the complete fulfillment of all the innumerable qualities of Buddhas, complete with virtue and knowledge, and to forever shed all conceit and self-indulgence. Great Enlightening Beings give to all sentient beings the jeweled crowns and top-knot jewels they received when crowned as independent kings, without regret in their hearts, always cultivating themselves diligently to be generous donors, learning the wisdom of giving, developing the faculty of relinquishment. With knowledge and skill and means, their minds broad and magnanimous, they give to all, and dedicate those roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings be crowned by the Buddha teachings and achieve universal knowledge. May all sentient beings attain the foremost knowledge and reach the other shore. May all sentient beings save living beings with the treasure of sublime knowledge and cause them all to fulfill the summit of virtue. May all sentient beings attain completion of the precious crown of knowledge and wisdom and be worthy of the honor of the world. May all sentient beings' heads be graced with the crown of knowledge and become autonomous monarchs and masters of the law. May all sentient beings tie the clear jewel of knowledge to their heads, invisible to all worldlings. May all sentient beings be worthy of the obeisance of the world, perfect the peak of wisdom, and illumine the Buddha teachings. May all sentient beings be crowned with the crown adorned by the 10 powers, filled with the purity of the ocean of jewels of knowledge and wisdom. May all sentient beings reach the summit of the great stages of enlightenment, attain omniscience, fulfill the 10 powers, and destroy the bands of maniacs at the peak of the realm of desire. May all sentient beings manage to attain the highest summit of sovereignty and attain the peak of radiance of omniscience which cannot be outshone. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving jeweled crowns, to cause sentient beings to attain the realm of utmost purity of supreme knowledge and the crown of jewels of wisdom. When Great Enlightening Beings see sentient beings in prisons or dungeons dark and dim, shackled and chained, unable to rise or sit in comfort, assailed by myriad pains, without relatives or friends, without refuge or salvation, naked, hungry, emaciated, suffering unbearable torture, the enlightening beings, having seen this, give what they have, all their wealth, their spouses, children, and households, and even their own bodies to rescue those creatures in prison, like the enlightening being Great Compassion and the enlightening being King of Wondrous Eyes did. And, having rescued them, they give them whatever they need, relieving their suffering, enabling them to gain peace and comfort. After that, they give them the supreme treasure of the teaching, cause them to give up indulgence, firmly establish roots of goodness, and not shrink away or withdraw from the Buddhist teaching. When Great Enlightening Beings rescue sentient beings from prison, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings be ultimately liberated from the bonds of covetousness and craving. May all sentient beings cut off the stream of birth and death and climb up onto the shore of wisdom. May all sentient beings do away with ignorance and folly, develop knowledge and wisdom, and shed the fetters of afflictions. May all sentient beings destroy the bonds of the worlds of desire, form, and formlessness, attain universal knowledge, and be ultimately emancipated. May all sentient beings forever cut off all the bonds of afflictions and reach the other shore of knowledge and wisdom, the ground of non-obstruction where there are no afflictions. May all sentient beings be free from stirring thoughts, musing, and vain discrimination, and enter the realm of equanimous, imperturbable knowledge. May all sentient beings shed the bonds of desires, forever leaving behind all mundane cravings, and have no attachments in the worlds of desire, form, or formlessness. May all sentient beings attain supreme aspiration and always have the Buddhas teach them. May all sentient beings attain liberated minds with no attachments and no bondage, broad and vast as the cosmos, comprehensive as space. May all sentient beings attain the spiritual powers of enlightening beings, taming sentient beings in all worlds, causing them to detach from the mundane and abide in the great vehicle. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when saving sentient beings suffering in prison, to enable sentient beings to enter the realm of knowledge and wisdom of the enlightened. Great Enlightening Beings, seeing prisoners bound hand and foot, suffering all sorts of pain, beaten and oppressed by their jailers, on the brink of death, having given up all earthly comforts, forever parted from their relatives and friends, laid out on butchering blocks to be dismembered, or impaled on wooden stakes, or doused with oil and set afire. The enlightening beings, having seen them oppressed by such tortures, give up their own bodies to take their places, as did the enlightening beings Invincible, King of Most Excellent Action, and other great enlightening beings who gave up their own lives to spare others, bearing cruel sufferings in their stead. At that time the enlightening beings say to the wardens, "I wish to give up my body in exchange for their lives. You may apply those tortures to me. Just as you are doing to those people, You may do what you want even more to me. I will endure even incalculable times as much, so that they may be freed. If I see them about to be killed and do not give up my life to redeem them from their misery, then I cannot be said to be dwelling in the mind of an enlightening being. Why? Because I have made the determination for omniscient enlightenment for the purpose of saving all beings. When great enlightening beings give up their own lives to save sentient beings, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain endless, ultimate life and be forever free from disaster, oppression, and affliction. May all sentient beings stay with the Buddhas, receive universal knowledge, fulfill the 10 powers, and receive the prediction of enlightenment. May all sentient beings rescue conscious beings everywhere, cause them to be free from fear and to forever leave the states of woe. May all sentient beings attain total life and enter the realm of undying knowledge. May all sentient beings be forever free from hostility and enmity, have no calamities, and always be in the care of Buddhas and good teachers. May all sentient beings abandon all weapons and instruments of evil and suffering, and practice all kinds of pure good action. May all sentient beings be free from all fears and crush the armies of demons at the tree of enlightenment. May all sentient beings be free from terrors, their hearts pure and fearless in regard to the highest teaching, and be able to make the supreme lions roar. May all sentient beings attain unobstructed lionic knowledge and wisdom, and cultivate right action in all worlds. May all sentient beings reach the realm of fearlessness, and always attend to the salvation and protection of suffering sentient beings. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving up their own lives to save prisoners about to be executed, to cause sentient beings to be free from the pains of birth and death, and to attain the sublime bliss of the enlightened. Great enlightening beings give the knot of flesh on their heads to beggars, as did the enlightening beings' jewel top-knot king, supremely wonderful body, and countless others. At such a time, seeing a beggar come, the enlightening beings' hearts fill with joy, and they say, "If you need a flesh topknot, take it from me. Mine is the best in the land." And when they say this, their minds are undisturbed. They do not think of other actions. They relinquish the world and seek dispassionate serenity. Ultimately pure, diligent, straightforward, they are bent on omniscience. They then take a sharp knife and cut off the topknot of flesh on their heads. With their right knee kneeling on the ground, they join their palms and give their topknots away with a concentrated mind. Thinking of the practices of all Buddhas and enlightening beings of the past, present, and future, conceiving great joy, increasing in determination. Intellectually, they skillfully analyze and understand phenomena, and do not grasp pain, knowing that the sense of pain has no signs and no origin, that all sensations occur relatively, and none are permanent. Therefore, they develop great blissful faith that they should practice great relinquishment, like all enlightening beings of past, future, and present, seeking universal knowledge without retreating, without relying on others' teaching or the power of a teacher. When great enlightening beings carry out this giving, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain the invisible crown and develop the pagoda-like topknot of enlightening beings. May all sentient beings have hair like the Buddha and be able to extinguish all afflictions of sentient beings. May all sentient beings have glossy hair, thick hair, hair which doesn't grow on the forehead. May all sentient beings have hair like the Buddha and forever be free from all afflictions and binding habits. May all sentient beings have radiant hair, shining with light that illumines all worlds in the 10 directions. May all sentient beings have undisturbed hair, clean like the Buddha's. May all sentient beings develop the pagoda-like hair of the saint, so that for all who see it, it is like seeing the Buddha's hair. May all sentient beings have hair like the Buddha, without stain, without attachment, forever rid of all obscuring dust and dirt. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving their flesh top-knots, to cause sentient beings to be dispassionate and serene of mind, fulfill all concentration formulae, and consummate the Enlightened One's knowledge of all ways of liberation and its 10 powers. Great Enlightening Beings give their eyes to those who come and ask for them, just as the Enlightening Beings' gladdening practice, Moonlight King, and countless others gave theirs. When Great Enlightening Beings give their eyes, they arouse a pure mind to give eyes. They arouse the mind of the eye of pure knowledge, arouse a mind resting on the light of truth, arouse the mind witnessing the unexcelled Buddha way, awaken a mind dedicated to great knowledge, awaken a mind to give with equanimity equal to the enlightening beings of past, present, and future, awaken the unobstructed eye, arouse a mind of indestructible pure faith, arouse a mind of joyful acceptance in regard to those who ask. To consummate all spiritual powers, to produce the enlightened eye, to increase and broaden the great determination for enlightenment, to cultivate great compassion, and to master the senses, they set their minds on these things. When Great Enlightening Beings give eyes, they conceive great love for those who ask, and establish charity for them, increasing the power of the teaching, giving up mundane emotional views and indulgence, cutting off the bonds of desire, cultivating enlightenment, and obligingly satisfying their requests with unperturbed minds, always in accord with the practice of non-dualistic equanimity. These roots of goodness they dedicate thus. May all sentient beings attain the supreme eye and guide everyone. May all sentient beings attain the unobstructed eye and open up the treasury of universal knowledge. May all sentient beings attain the pure physical eye, its light perceptively penetrating, impossible to block. May all sentient beings attain the pure celestial eye, seeing the births and deaths and fruits of action of all sentient beings. May all sentient beings attain the pure objective eye and be able to enter the realm of those who realize thusness. May all sentient beings attain the eye of wisdom and abandon all conceptual grasping and attachment. May all sentient beings be endowed with the Buddha eye, capable of total awareness and understanding of all things. May all sentient beings perfect the universal eye, comprehending all realms without hindrance. May all sentient beings attain the pure, unclouded eye, realizing the realm of sentient beings is empty and has no existence. May all sentient beings be fully endowed with the pure, unobstructed eye, and all be able to consummate the 10 powers of the enlightened. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving eyes, to cause all sentient beings to attain the pure eye of universal knowledge. Great Enlightening Beings are able to give ears and noses to those who ask, as did King of Superlative Action, Invincible, and countless other enlightening beings. When they give, they hand them over personally to those who ask, single-mindedly cultivating the deeds of enlightening beings, endowed with the seed nature of Buddhahood, born in the house of the enlightened. Recollecting the acts of giving practiced by the enlightening beings, they constantly strive to activate the pure faculties of enlightenment of Buddhas, their virtues and wisdom. Observing all realms of existence, they see that not one thing endures. They aspire to always be able to see the Buddhas and enlightening beings. They recollect all Buddha teachings according to the situation. They know the body is illusory, empty, void of existence, with nothing to cling to. Thus, when enlightening beings give away ears and noses, their minds are always dispassionate and peaceful. They have tamed their senses. They save sentient beings from the dangers of perversity and evil, develop all knowledge and virtues, enter the ocean of great generosity, comprehend the meanings of the teachings, fully cultivate the ways they point out, acting in accord with knowledge and wisdom, attaining mastery of truth, and substitute an indestructible body for the perishable body. When great enlightening beings give ears, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain unobstructed ears and hear all sounds speaking the truth. May all sentient beings attain unblocked ears and be able to understand all sounds. May all sentient beings attain the ears of the enlightened and perceive all without hindrance. May all sentient beings attain pure ears, not producing false discriminations based on the medium of hearing. May all sentient beings attain ears without deafness, causing ignorant consciousness not to arise. May all sentient beings attain ears pervading the cosmos, and know the voices of teachings of all Buddhas. May all sentient beings attain unobstructed ears and realize all ways of non-obstruction. May all sentient beings attain indestructible ears, that no one be able to break down the discourses of good teachers. May all sentient beings attain all hearing ears, far-reaching and pure, supreme of all ears. May all sentient beings be endowed with the celestial ear and the enlightened ear. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving ears, to cause all sentient beings to attain pure ears. When great enlightening beings give noses, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain high, straight noses, refined noses, well-formed noses, beautiful noses, pleasing noses, pure noses, docile noses, outstanding noses, enemy-conquering noses, the noses of the enlightened. May all sentient beings attain faces free from anger, faces of all truths, faces of non-obstruction, faces good to see, docile faces, pure, clean faces, impeccable faces, round, full faces like the Buddha, faces pervading all places, faces of immeasurable beauty. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving noses, to cause sentient beings to ultimately gain entry into the teachings of all Buddhas, to cause sentient beings to ultimately absorb the teachings of all Buddhas, to cause sentient beings to ultimately comprehend the teachings of the Buddhas, to cause sentient beings to ultimately abide by the teachings of the Buddhas, to cause sentient beings to ultimately always see the Buddha, to cause all sentient beings to attain realization of the principles of Buddha, to cause sentient beings to ultimately develop indestructible minds, to cause sentient beings to adorn all Buddha lands, to cause sentient beings to all attain the body of great power of the enlightened ones. This is the dedication of roots of goodness of enlightening beings when giving ears and noses. Great enlightening beings, abiding securely in the state of indestructible freedom, are able to give teeth to sentient beings, as did Flower Teeth King, Six-Tusk Elephant King, and other enlightening beings of antiquity. When great enlightening beings give teeth, their minds are pure to a degree rarely found. That is, they give with an inexhaustible mind, give with a mind of great faith, give with a mind at every step attaining immeasurable detachment, Give with a mind in control of the senses. Give with a mind relinquishing all. Give with a mind aspiring to universal knowledge. Give with a mind to comfort sentient beings. Give with great generosity, ultimate generosity, superb generosity, supreme generosity. Give with a mind to relinquish their own physical necessities without resentment. At this time, the enlightening beings dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings have sharp white teeth, becoming supreme reliquaries, receiving the offerings of humans and celestials. May all sentient beings have even teeth, like those of the Buddha, without any gaps. May all sentient beings have well-controlled minds and skillfully carry out the transcendental practices of enlightening beings. May the mouths of all sentient beings be pure and clean, their teeth bright white, showing clearly. May all sentient beings have teeth with memorable adornments, their mouths pure and clean, with no foul appearance. May all sentient beings have a full set of teeth, always producing various rare, exquisite fragrances. May all sentient beings have well-controlled intellects and their teeth be clean and bright, like white lotuses forming Gamadian patterns. May all sentient beings' mouths and lips be fresh and clean, their teeth clean and white, shining with innumerable lights illumining everywhere. May all sentient beings' teeth be fine and sharp, so there are no whole grains left in their food when they eat, and they have no attachment to taste and become excellent fields of blessings. May all sentient beings always radiate light from between their teeth, giving enlightening beings the foremost prediction of enlightenment. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving teeth, to cause sentient beings to be endowed with omniscience, their knowledge of all things clear and pure. If people come to great enlightening beings asking for their tongues, they compassionately speak kind and gentle words to them, as did handsome king, unregressing, and countless other enlightening beings of ancient times. When great enlightening beings are born in the various realms of existence, when countless sentient beings come to them asking for their tongues, they place those people on lion seats, and, with minds free from anger, malice, and resentment, with minds of great power, minds born of the essence of Buddhas, minds abiding in the abode of enlightening beings, minds never polluted or disturbed, minds abiding in great power, minds with no attachment to the body, and minds with no attachment to words, they kneel on the ground, open their mouths, show their tongue to the beggars, and say to them with kind and gentle words, "This body of mine is all yours. You may take my tongue and use it as you will, to fulfill your wishes." At that time, the enlightening beings dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain the universal tongue and be able to expound all principles of speech and language. May all sentient beings attain tongues that can cover their faces, and may their speech be non-dual and all true to reality. May all sentient beings attain a tongue that covers all Buddha lands, demonstrating the autonomous spiritual powers of Buddhas. May all sentient beings have soft, thin tongues, always tasting fine, pure flavors. May all sentient beings have eloquent tongues, able to cut through the net of doubts of all beings. May all sentient beings have luminous tongues, able to radiate countless billions of light beams. May all sentient beings attain tongues of definite certainty, inexhaustibly explaining all things with discernment. May all sentient beings attain masterful tongues, able to unlock all essential mysteries, causing all to accept and believe what they say. May all sentient beings attain tongues of universal fluency, able to enter into the ocean of all languages. May all sentient beings attain tongues capable of explaining all aspects of the teachings, thoroughly attaining ultimate perfection of knowledge of words and speech. This is enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving tongues, to cause sentient beings to all attain complete, unobstructed knowledge. Enlightening beings give their heads to those who come ask for them, as did supreme knowledge, great light, and other great enlightening beings. The giving that the great enlightening beings practice is because they want to develop the head of supreme knowledge comprehending all truths, because they want to develop the head realizing great enlightenment and saving sentient beings, because they want to have the supreme head seeing all things, because they want to attain the head of pure knowledge which sees truly, because they want to develop the head of non-obstruction, free from hindrance, because they want to realize the head attaining the highest states, because they want to seek the head of knowledge supreme in the world, because they want to develop the head of pure wisdom, the crown of which cannot be seen by any in the realms of desire, form, or formlessness, because they want to attain the head of sovereignty of knowledge appearing throughout the 10 directions, and because they want to fulfill the head of freedom which cannot be broken by anything at all. Great enlightening beings, abiding by this practice and diligently applying it, then, because they have already entered the family of the Buddhas, emulate the giving practiced by the Buddhas. Conceiving pure faith in the Buddhas, they develop and mature roots of goodness and cause those in need to all be happily satisfied. Their own minds are pure and joyful beyond measure. With pure faith and understanding, they clearly illumine the Buddha teachings, activate the will for enlightenment, and abide in equanimity and resignation. All their senses are blissful. Their virtuous qualities grow and develop, and they give rise to good aspirations, and always like to practice magnanimous giving. At that time, the enlightening beings dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain the head of the enlightened, and attain the invisible crown, which none anywhere can surpass, the supreme head in all Buddha fields, hair curling to the right, radiant, clean, lustrous, adorned with gamaddians, a wonder of the world. May they be endowed with the head of Buddhas, the head of consummate knowledge, the foremost head in the world, and be heads of completeness, of purity, and of comprehensive knowledge sitting on the site of enlightenment. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving their heads away, to enable sentient beings to attain the highest truth and achieve unexcelled great wisdom. Great enlightening beings give their hands and feet to sentient beings, like always diligent, sorrowless king, and countless other enlightening beings and others gave their hands and feet in various places of birth in all realms of existence. Using faith for hands, they initiate beneficial works, coming and going, reaching everywhere, diligently practicing the true teaching, aspiring to attain jewel-producing hands, giving their hands, fulfilling the path of enlightening beings without doing anything in vain. They always extend their hands to obtain great wisdom, and walk peacefully as they go, bold and fearless. By the power of pure faith, they fulfill diligent effort to destroy unwholesome states and to perfect enlightenment. When great enlightening beings give in this way, they open the gate of pure teaching with hearts of immeasurable magnanimity, enter the ocean of Buddhahood, perfect the hand of giving, and provide for all in the 10 directions. With the power of will, they maintain the path of universal knowledge, and abide in the mind ultimately free of impurity, the body of reality, and the body of knowledge, endless and incorruptible. They cannot be shaken by any delusive influences, Following good teachers, they make their minds firm and stable and cultivate the practice of transcendence by giving, same as all enlightening beings. When great enlightening beings give their hands and feet, seeking omniscience for the sake of all sentient beings, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings be endowed with spiritual powers, and all attain jewel-producing hands, and, having attained jewel-producing hands, respect each other as fields of blessings and give each other all kinds of jewels, and also give myriad jewels to Buddhas, producing clouds of wonderful jewels covering all Buddha lands. They cause sentient beings to be kind to each other and not harm each other. They roam the Buddha fields, secure in fearlessness, naturally endowed with ultimate spiritual powers. They also cause all to attain hands producing jewels, hands producing flowers, hands producing clothing, hands producing canopies, hands producing garlands, hands producing incense, hands producing ornaments, boundless hands, immeasurable hands, universal hands, and, having attained these hands, to always diligently travel to all Buddha lands by means of spiritual power. They can touch all Buddha worlds with one hand, and hold all sentient beings with the hand of freedom. They attain hands of sublime features, emanating immeasurable light. They can cover all sentient beings with a single hand. They attain hands like the Buddha, with webbed fingers and copper fingernails. At this time, the enlightening beings cover all sentient beings with the hand of great vows, praying that all sentient beings set their minds on always gladly seeking unexcelled enlightenment, producing the ocean of all virtues, rejoicing when they see people come begging, never tiring of them, entering the ocean of Buddhahood with the same roots of goodness as the Buddha. This is enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving hands and feet. Great enlightening beings wound themselves and draw blood to give to sentient beings like Principled Action, Benevolent King, and countless other enlightening beings in various realms of existence. When they give blood, they arouse a mind to achieve omniscience, a mind of longing for great enlightenment, a mind of pleasure in cultivating the practices of enlightening beings, a mind not to grasp painful sensations, a mind of gladness to see beggars, a mind not averse to beggars, a mind directed toward the path of all enlightening beings, a mind to preserve the equanimity of all enlightening beings, a mind to increase and broaden the benevolent giving of enlightening beings, an unregressing mind, an unremitting mind, a mind free from self-love. The roots of goodness they dedicate in this way. May all sentient beings attain fulfillment of the body of reality and the body of knowledge. May all sentient beings attain an adamantine, indefatigable body. May all sentient beings attain an indestructible body that nothing can injure. May all sentient beings attain a phantom-like body, appearing throughout the world without limit. May all sentient beings attain a delightful body, clean, beautiful, strong, and healthy. May all sentient beings attain a body born of the realm of reality, same as the enlightened, depending on nothing. May all sentient beings attain a body like the radiance of beautiful jewels, which no worldly people can outshine. May all sentient beings attain a body which is a treasury of knowledge, and realize freedom in the realm of immortality. May all sentient beings attain a body of an ocean of jewels, which is unfailingly beneficial to all who see it. May all sentient beings attain the body of space, which none of the troubles of the world can affect. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness with the mind of the great vehicle, a pure mind, a broad mind, a joyful mind, a happy mind, an enraptured mind, a mind in control, a peaceful mind, an unpolluted mind when giving blood from their bodies. When great enlightening beings see people come and ask for their body's marrow and flesh, they are joyful and speak gently to them, telling them to take their body's marrow and flesh as they wish, just as Benefactor, all-giving King, and innumerable other enlightening beings gave their marrow and flesh in various circumstances and various realms of being. When they give to those who ask, their joy is great, their generosity grows. They cultivate roots of goodness the same as all enlightening beings, depart from the dust and dirt of the world, and attain profound determination. They give their bodies to all, their minds inexhaustible. Endowed with immeasurable great roots of goodness, they embody the treasures of all virtues. According with the principles of enlightening beings, they tirelessly put them into practice, their minds always delighting in the virtues of giving. They give all without regret, clearly observing that all things come from conditions and have no substance. They have no greed for the act of giving or for the rewards of giving, and give impartially to whomever they meet. When great enlightening beings give in this way, all the Buddhas appear to them, because they think of them as parents and receive their protection. All sentient beings appear to them, because they cause all to live in peace by the pure teaching. All worlds appear to them, because they adorn and purify all Buddha lands. All living beings appear to them, because they serve all with great compassion. All Buddha qualities appear to them, because they like to observe the 10 powers of the enlightened ones. All enlightening beings of the past, present, and future appear to them, because they share the same complete roots of goodness. All fearlessnesses appear to them, because they are able to make the supreme lion roar. All the past, present, and future appear to them, because they have attained knowledge of equality observing all. All worlds appear to them, because they initiate great, far-reaching vows to cultivate enlightenment throughout the future. The tireless practices of enlightening beings all appear to them, because they develop infinite great aspirations. When great enlightening beings give marrow and flesh, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain the indestructible body. May all sentient beings attain the enduring mystic body which never diminishes. May all sentient beings attain mentally produced bodies, adorned and pure like the Buddha's body. May all sentient beings attain bodies adorned with all marks of merit and signs of greatness. May all sentient beings attain bodies beautifully adorned with all kinds of embellishments, endowed with the 10 powers, indestructible. May all sentient beings attain the body of those who realize thusness, ultimately pure, impossible to delimit or measure. May all sentient beings attain the body of firmness and stability, which no demons or enemies can injure. May all sentient beings attain the body of oneness, and be one with the Buddhas of all times. May all sentient beings attain the unobstructed body, pervading space with the pure body of reality. May all sentient beings attain the body of the matrix of enlightenment, able to contain all worlds. This is the dedication of roots of goodness of enlightening beings giving marrow and flesh, seeking universal knowledge, to cause all sentient beings to attain the ultimately pure, infinite body of those who realize thusness. Great enlightening beings give their hearts to those who come and ask for them, as did No Regret, Unobstructed King, and countless other great enlightening beings. When they give their own hearts to beggars, they cultivate the mind of free giving, develop the mind of total giving, learn the mind of carrying out transcendent giving, perfect the mind of transcendent giving, cultivate the mind of giving of all enlightening beings, the inexhaustible mind relinquishing all, the mind accustomed to giving all, the mind taking on all enlightening beings' practice of giving, the mind correctly mindful of the manifestation of all Buddhas, the mind presenting gifts to all who come and ask without end. When great enlightening beings give in this way, their minds are pure. In order to liberate all sentient beings, in order to attain the realm of enlightenment with the 10 powers, in order to cultivate practice in accord with their great vows, because they want to abide in peace in the path of enlightening beings, because they want to develop omniscience, and because they do not give up their original vows, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain diamond treasury hearts, which all diamond mountains cannot break. May all sentient beings attain diamond realm hearts, adorned with the mystic Gamadian. May they attain unshakable hearts, attain hearts that cannot be frightened. May they attain ever inexhaustible hearts benefiting the world. May they attain hearts that are treasuries of knowledge and wisdom, marked by great courage. May they attain hearts marked by firm strength. May they attain hearts as infinite as the ocean of living beings. May they attain hearts which nothing can spoil. May they attain hearts destroying all delusive activities and armies of demons. May they attain fearless hearts. May they attain hearts of great spiritual force. May they attain hearts of constant energy. May they attain hearts of great courage. May they attain hearts that cannot be shocked. May they attain hearts with indestructible armor. May they attain the supreme hearts of enlightening beings. May they attain hearts full of the light of enlightenment into the Buddha teachings. May they attain hearts sitting under the tree of enlightenment, abiding by the true teachings of all Buddhas, divorcing all illusions and attaining omniscience. May they attain hearts accomplished in the 10 powers. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving their hearts, to cause all sentient beings to be unstained by the world, and to be endowed with the 10-powered mind of the enlightened. If anyone comes to great enlightening beings asking for their internal organs, they give all, like Good Giver, Demon-Conquering Sovereign, and countless other great enlightening beings. When practicing this giving, they are glad to see people come begging and look upon them lovingly. In the quest for enlightenment, they give as they are asked, without any regret in their hearts. They observe that this body has no permanence or stability, and reflect that they should give this body away and get an indestructible body. They also are mindful that this body will eventually decay, disgusting to all who see, and will be eaten by animals, that this body is impermanent, eventually to be abandoned and eaten by others, without awareness or cognition. When enlightening beings make these observations, they know that the body is transient and the height of impurity. Understanding the teaching, they become very joyful. With a respectful mind, they see those who come ask of them as good friends who have come to protect them, and generously give them whatever they ask, substituting the enduring body for the unstable one. When great enlightening beings give in this way, they dedicate all the roots of goodness, that all sentient beings may attain the body of the treasury of knowledge, inwardly and outwardly pure. That all sentient beings may attain the body of the treasury of virtue, able to preserve the vow for omniscience. That all sentient beings may attain a supremely wonderful body, inwardly full of sublime fragrance, outwardly radiating light. That all sentient beings may attain a body without a protruding belly, upper and lower body straight, limbs and joints well coordinated. That all sentient beings may attain the body of knowledge and wisdom, filled with joy, enriched and nourished by the savor of the Buddha teaching. That all sentient beings attain an inexhaustible body and cultivate peaceful abiding in the most profound nature of truth. that all sentient beings may attain the body of the pure treasury of concentration spell formulae, and elucidate all truths with marvelous eloquence. That all sentient beings may attain the body of purity, body and mind both inwardly and outwardly clean. That all sentient beings may attain the body of practice of deep contemplation with knowledge of realization of thusness, filled with wisdom, showering the rain of truth. That all sentient beings may attain a body that is inwardly tranquil while outwardly being a supreme representation of knowledge for sentient beings, emanating great light universally illuminating everything. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving internal organs, to cause sentient beings to be inwardly and outwardly pure and to all achieve stability in unobstructed knowledge. Great Enlightening Beings give those who ask for them their limbs, joints, and bones, like Treasury of Truth, King of Light, and innumerable other Great Enlightening Beings. When they give their limbs, joints, and bones, upon seeing people come begging, they give rise to love, joy, pure faith, peace of mind, courage, kindness, an unobstructed mind, a pure mind, a mind to give whatever they are asked. When the Great Enlightening Beings give their limbs and bones, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain phantom-like bodies, and receive bone, flesh, and blood bodies no more. May all sentient beings attain indestructible, invincible bodies. May all sentient beings attain the body of reality, replete with all knowledge, born in the realm where there are no bounds, no attachments, no fetters. May all sentient beings attain the body of powers of knowledge, all faculties complete, fully developed, uninterrupted, and incorruptible. May all sentient beings attain the body of the power of truth, with independent power of knowledge reaching the other shore. May all sentient beings attain a healthy, enduring body, upright and true, never decaying. May all sentient beings attain a body able to respond to needs, to teach and civilize all beings. May all sentient beings attain a body perfumed by wisdom, with the great strength of limb of the mighty. May all sentient beings attain a permanent, enduring body, forever free from all fatigue. May all sentient beings attain a stable body of great strength, able to fulfill the great power of energy and effort. May all sentient beings attain the equally omnipresent body of reality and abide in the realm of immeasurable supreme knowledge. May all sentient beings attain the body of the power of virtue, beneficial to all who see it, removed from all evil. May all sentient beings attain an independent body which rests on nothing, and all be endowed with non-reliant, unattached knowledge. May all sentient beings attain a body under the protection of the Buddhas. May all sentient beings attain a body beneficial to all living beings, able to enter into all realms of existence. May all sentient beings attain a body of universal manifestation, able to reflect all the Buddha teachings. May all sentient beings attain a body endowed with vigor, concentrating on and diligently cultivating the practice of the knowledge of the great vehicle. May all sentient beings attain a pure body free from pride and conceit, their knowledge always stable and not shaken by anything. May all sentient beings attain a body of firm action, accomplishing the work of universal knowledge of the great vehicle. May all sentient beings attain a body in the house of Buddhas, forever leaving all mundane birth and death. This is the Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving limbs and bones, to cause all sentient beings to attain omniscience and be eternally pure. When Great Enlightening Beings see people come to them with knives and ask for their skin, their hearts become joyful, their senses delighted, just like someone who has been done a great favor. They welcome them, invite them in, set out a seat for them, and bow to them respectfully, thinking, "These seekers are most rare. They come seeking aid from me, working to fulfill my vow for omniscience." Joyfully, with a mild countenance, they say to them, "This body of mine I relinquish entirely. Take as much of my skin as you need, just like treasury of purity, golden-sided deer king, and countless other great enlightening beings of the past." At that time, the enlightening beings dedicate these roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings have fine skin, like that of the Buddha, its color pure and clear, so that people never tire of seeing it. May all sentient beings have unbreakable skin, like diamond, which nothing can break. May all sentient beings have golden skin, like the finest real gold, pure and clear. May all sentient beings have clear, lustrous skin, endowed with the softness and purity of the ascetic, characteristic of the Buddha. May all sentient beings attain skin of the finest color, inherently pure, its color and features incomparable. May all sentient beings develop the pure-colored skin of Buddha, adorned with the marks and embellishments of greatness. May all sentient beings have skin of exquisite color, radiating great light, illuminating everything. May all sentient beings have skin like luminous mesh, like the lofty banner of the world, radiating unspeakably many spheres of light. May all sentient beings have lustrous skin, its color and features all pure. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving their skin, to cause all sentient beings to reach all pure adorned Buddha fields and be endowed with the great virtues of Buddha. Great enlightening beings give their fingers and toes to those who ask for them, like Persevering, Sovereign King of Jambudvipa, and countless other great enlightening beings. At that time, the countenance of the enlightening beings is peaceful and happy. Their minds are stable and healthy, without any delusion. Riding the great vehicle, they do not seek satisfaction of sensual desires, nor do they prize name and fame. They only conceive the great determination of enlightening beings, getting rid of all defilements of greed and jealousy, turning wholeheartedly to the supremely wonderful teaching of the enlightened ones. When great enlightening beings give in this way, they concentrate the roots of goodness and dedicate them thus. May all sentient beings have slender, long fingers, no different from Buddha. May all sentient beings have fingers of even circumference, the upper and lower parts in proportion. May all sentient beings have fingers with ruddy copper nails, the nails rounded and shiny. May all sentient beings have the fingers of the omniscient supreme human, able to hold all truths. May all sentient beings have fingers with the refinements of Buddha's fingers, and be adorned with the 10 powers. May all sentient beings have the fingers of a great human, slender and even. May all sentient beings have fingers marked with lotus gammadions, adorned with marks and embellishments resulting from the working of the 10 powers. May all sentient beings have fingers that are mines of light, radiating great light beams illumining unspeakably many Buddha worlds. May all sentient beings have well-proportioned fingers, adorned with the characteristics of Buddha's fingers. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness in giving fingers and toes to cause all sentient beings to attain purity of mind. When great enlightening beings are seeking the teaching, if someone says, "If you can give me your fingernails, I'll give you the teaching," the enlightening beings reply, "Just give me the teaching, and you may take and use my fingernails as you wish," as did Sovereign King seeking truth, Inexhaustible, and countless other great enlightening beings. In their search for the true teaching, and because of their desire to expound the true teaching for the benefit of sentient beings, to cause all of them to be fulfilled, they give their fingernails away to those who ask for them. At that time, the enlightening beings dedicate these roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings have the ruddy copper nails that are a mark of the Buddha. May all sentient beings have glossy nails adorned with embellishments. May all sentient beings have shiny, clean nails, clear as mirrors, finest of all. May all sentient beings have the nails of the Omniscient, and be endowed with the marks of great human beings. May all sentient beings have peerless nails, not defiled by or attached to any world. May all sentient beings have nails with marvelous adornments, with light illumining all worlds. May all sentient beings have unbreakable nails, pure, clean, and complete. May all sentient beings have nails marked by entry into the techniques of all Buddha teachings, vast knowledge and wisdom thoroughly pure. May all sentient beings have well-formed nails, the fruit of enlightening actions, all sublimely pure. May all sentient beings have the nails of the great omniscient guide, radiating treasuries of beautiful lights of infinite hues. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving their nails in their quest for the teaching, to cause sentient beings to be endowed with the unobstructed power of nails of omniscience of all Buddhas. Great enlightening beings seek the treasury of Buddha teachings with reverence and respect, considering it difficult to find. If someone who can expound it comes to them and says, "If you can throw yourself into a pit of fire 70 feet deep, I will give you the teaching," the enlightening beings, hearing this, jump for joy and reflect, "I would stay forever even in miserable places like uninterrupted hell and experience immeasurable suffering for the sake of the truth. How much the more readily would I jump into the fire of the human world to hear the teaching? How wonderful it is that the true teaching is so easy to obtain. Without suffering the infinite tortures of hell, one gets to hear it merely by entering a pit of fire. Just explain to me, and I'll go into the pit of fire." And like the enlightening beings king in quest of the good teaching and adamantine meditation, they enter the pit of fire in quest of the teaching. At this time, the enlightening beings dedicate these roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings abide in the teaching of universal knowledge, the abode of Buddhas, and never regress or retreat from unexcelled enlightenment. May all sentient beings be free from all perils and experience the peace and ease of Buddhahood. May all sentient beings attain fearless minds and be free from all terrors. May all sentient beings always gladly seek truth, full of joy and bliss, adorned by the teachings. May all sentient beings leave the courses of evil and extinguish the raging fires of the 3 poisons. May all sentient beings always be in peace and happiness, full of the supremely refined pleasures of the enlightened. May all sentient beings attain the mind of enlightening beings and forever part from the fires of craving, anger, and delusion. May all sentient beings attain the pleasures of concentration of enlightening beings and see the Buddhas everywhere, their minds full of joy. May all sentient beings skillfully explain the true teaching, ultimately never forgetting its principles. May all sentient beings have the sublime bliss of spiritual powers of enlightening beings, and ultimately abide in knowledge of all ways of enlightenment. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when plunging into a pit of fire in quest of the true teaching, for the purpose of causing sentient beings to give up hindering actions and all attain the full endowment of the fire of wisdom. When great enlightening beings, in quest of the true teaching, analyze and expound the path of enlightening beings, point out the road of enlightenment, proceed toward highest knowledge, diligently cultivate the 10 powers, extend the mind of universal knowledge, attain the state of unobstructed knowledge, purify sentient beings, abide in the sphere of action of enlightening beings, earnestly cultivate great knowledge, and preserve complete enlightenment, they experience immeasurable suffering and tribulation, as did seeker of the good teaching, brave king, and countless other great enlightening beings. To save even the most evil people who repudiate the truth, are shrouded by evil deeds, are in the grip of delusion, the enlightening beings for the sake of the truth, accept for those people all the torments they should suffer. These roots of goodness they dedicate in this way. May all sentient beings be forever freed from all suffering and oppression, and attain peace and happiness, freedom and spiritual power. May all sentient beings be forever free from all miseries, and attain all happiness. May all sentient beings annihilate the body of accumulated suffering, attain the body of illumination, and always experience ease and bliss. May all sentient beings escape from the prison of suffering and perfect wise action. May all sentient beings see the path of peace and depart from all evil courses. May all sentient beings attain the joy and bliss of truth and forever end all misery. May all sentient beings extirpate all suffering, love one another, and have no malevolence. May all sentient beings attain the bliss of the Buddhas and leave the pains of birth and death. May all sentient beings attain pure, peerless peace and ease, impervious to all pains and vexations. May all sentient beings attain all supreme bliss, ultimately filled with the unobstructed bliss of Buddhahood. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when accepting suffering for the sake of the truth, because they want to rescue all beings and bring them to safety, free them from peril and difficulty, and cause them to live in the realm of omniscient, unhindered liberation. When great enlightening beings occupy the rank of ruler and seek true teaching, they consider even one sentence, one word, one phrase, one doctrine hard to obtain, and will give up everything within the seas, near or far, land, cities, towns, populace, storehouses, gardens, ponds, houses, forests, flowers, produce, including all rare and precious things, palaces, bowers, spouses, children, retinues, even rulership. They are able to give up all, seeking that which endures while in the midst of the transient. Because they want to benefit all living beings, they earnestly seek the Buddha's path of unhindered liberation and ultimately pure universal knowledge, as did great moral force, king of supreme virtue, and countless other great enlightening beings. They diligently seek true teaching, even a little bit. For every one word they prostrate themselves on the ground. Properly meditating on the teachings of all Buddhas of past, present, and future, they devotedly practice them, never greedy for fame or fortune. They abandon the independent rulership of all worldly realms to seek autonomous mastery of truth. They have no attachment to worldly pleasures, and nourish their minds with transmundane teachings, forever leaving behind all idle speculations and inanities of the world, abiding in the truth of the Buddhas, which is free from inanity. At that time, enlightening beings dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings always gladly give generously, relinquishing everything. May all sentient beings be able to give up whatever they have without regret. May all sentient beings always seek the truth without begrudging their lives or sustenance. May all sentient beings gain the benefit of the teaching and be able to stop everyone's doubts and confusion. May all sentient beings be able to give up their lives and sovereignty in quest of the Buddha teaching, cultivating highest enlightenment with great determination. May all sentient beings honor and respect the true teaching with ever profound aspiration, not begrudging their bodily lives. May all sentient beings preserve the most difficult to find Buddha teaching, always practicing it diligently. May all sentient beings attain the Buddha's light of enlightenment, accomplishing the practice of enlightenment, awakening without relying on another for understanding. May all sentient beings always be able to analyze all Buddha teachings, pull out the arrow of doubt, and attain peace of mind. This is Great Enlightening Beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving up their countries and cities in quest of the true teaching, in order to cause sentient beings' knowledge and insight to be complete, and always to be able to remain in the path of peace. Great Enlightening Beings, becoming monarchs of great countries, masters of the law, promulgate commands to eliminate work involving killing. In all cities, towns, and villages, all butchery and slaughtering is prohibited. To all creatures, legless, two-legged, four-legged, or many-legged, they give freedom from fear and aggression. Extensively cultivating the practices of all enlightening beings, they treat beings with humanity and kindness, not acting in aggressive or harmful ways. They conceive the wonderful, precious will to give peace to sentient beings, and establish profound determination for Buddhahood. Always abiding themselves by the three kinds of pure precepts, they also induce sentient beings to do the same. Great Enlightening Beings, causing sentient beings to abide by the 5 precepts and forever stop occupational killing, dedicate these roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings awaken the determination for enlightenment, be filled with knowledge and wisdom, and preserve everlasting life. May sentient beings live for immeasurable ages, make offerings to all Buddhas, with reverence and respect diligently cultivating to increase the lifespan even more. May all sentient beings fully practice the method of removing old age and death, so that calamities and poisons cannot threaten their lives. May all sentient beings fully develop bodies free from illness and affliction, so they may live as long as they wish. May all sentient beings attain inexhaustible life, and abide by the practice of enlightening forever and ever, teaching and taming all sentient beings. May all sentient beings be doors of life, wherein the good foundations of the 10 powers grow. May all sentient beings be replete with roots of goodness, attain unlimited life, and fulfill great vows. May all sentient beings see all the Buddhas and serve them, and live indefinitely, cultivating and building up roots of goodness. May all sentient beings learn well what there is to learn from the enlightened, attain the joy of the way of sages and infinite life. May all sentient beings attain a permanent life root, neither aging nor becoming ill, progress with vigor and courage to enter the knowledge and wisdom of Buddhahood. This is Great Enlightening Beings' dedication of roots of goodness when abiding by the 3 bodies of pure precepts and forever stopping slaughter, to cause sentient beings to attain the complete 10-powered knowledge of Buddhas. When Great Enlightening Beings see people cruelly castrating domestic animals, making their bodies incomplete and causing them pain, they are moved to compassion and save the animals out of pity, and order all the people in the land to stop this practice. The enlightening beings then say to those people, "Why do you do such an evil thing? I have a treasury full of all kinds of conveniences which I will give to you according to your needs. What you are doing is wrong, and I urge you not to do it. This occupation of yours is not right or reasonable. Even if you gain something, what is the use? To harm others for your own profit, after all, isn't right. All bad actions like this are not praised by the enlightened. And having spoken thus, they give them all their goods, and also explain the sublime teaching to them with fine words to gladden them. That is, they point out to them the way to peace and serenity, causing them to believe and accept, to do away with what is not good, to practice pure deeds, to be kind to one another, and not to harm each other. Those people, hearing this, forever give up evil. At that time, the enlightening beings dedicate these roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings be physically complete. May all sentient beings be courageous and cultivate pure religious practices. May all sentient beings have brave, bold strength, always be leaders, and abide in unobstructed knowledge, never retreating. May all sentient beings forever abandon craving and have no attachments. May all sentient beings develop rectitude and intelligence, and their knowledge increase, worthy of the praise of the Buddhas. May all sentient beings be endowed with the strength of great people, and always be able to cultivate the roots of goodness of the 10 powers. May all sentient beings never be emasculated, always cultivating rare qualities of virtue and knowledge. May all sentient beings have no attachment or ties to sensual desires, attain mental liberation, detach from the mundane, and abide in enlightening practice. May all sentient beings become people of supreme knowledge and wisdom, trusted and obeyed by all. May all sentient beings fully possess the great knowledge and wisdom of enlightening beings, soon to become Buddhas. This is enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when prohibiting all castration to cause sentient beings to have healthy bodies, and all be able to protect good human beings, to be born in the families of worthies and sages, full of intelligence, always cultivating healthy practices, with healthy capabilities, endowed with the healthy seed of enlightenment, the true teaching, courage, vigor, wisdom, and purity of genuine humans. If great enlightening beings see a Buddha appear in the world and expound the true teaching, they announce to all in a loud voice, "A Buddha has appeared in the world! A Buddha has appeared in the world!" This is to cause sentient beings to hear the name of Buddha and give up all pride and inanity. They also exhort and lead them to hasten to see the Buddha, to remember the Buddha, to resort to the Buddha, to concentrate on the Buddha, to contemplate the Buddha, to laud the Buddha. Also, they extensively explain to them how rare it is to meet a Buddha who appears but once in a quadrillion eons. Due to this, sentient beings get to see the Buddha, give rise to pure faith, dance for joy, and respectfully attend the Buddha. Also, from the Buddha they hear the names of many Buddhas and go on to meet countless Buddhas, plant roots of goodness, cultivate and develop them. Then countless quadrillions of sentient beings, because of seeing the Buddha, all attain purity and ultimate pacification. Those sentient beings think of the enlightening beings as most excellent friends and benefactors. As due to the enlightening beings, they achieve enlightened qualities and distribute the roots of goodness they have planted over countless eons throughout the world, thus performing Buddha work. When great enlightening beings teach sentient beings and induce them to see Buddha, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings go to see Buddhas of their own accord, without being urged to do so, and may they serve, provide for, and gladden them all. May all sentient beings always enjoy seeing Buddhas, without any feeling of rejection. May all sentient beings always diligently cultivate vast knowledge, absorbing and retaining the treasury of all Buddha teachings. May all sentient beings understand all Buddha teachings they hear and cultivate enlightening practice for immeasurable eons. May all sentient beings abide in right mindfulness and always see the Buddha's emergence with the eye of knowledge. May all sentient beings not think of different occupations, but always think of seeing Buddha and diligently cultivate the 10 powers. May all sentient beings always see Buddhas in all places, comprehending that the realization of thusness pervades the realm of space. May all sentient beings become equipped with the free body of Buddhahood, realizing enlightenment and expounding the truth throughout the 10 directions. May all sentient beings meet good teachers, always hear the Buddha teachings, and attain unbreakable faith in the Buddhas. May all sentient beings be able to eulogize the emergence of Buddhas, and cause those who see them to attain universal purity. This is enlightening beings' dedication of the roots of goodness of praising Buddha's appearance in the world, to cause sentient beings to see all Buddhas, provide for and serve them, and attain ultimate purity in the highest teaching. Great enlightening beings give away land. They may give it to Buddhas, building retreats, or they may give it to enlightening beings and teachers to use as they wish, or they may give it to mendicant groups for a place of abode, or they may give it to their parents, or to other people, to Buddhist disciples, to individual illuminates, to various fields of blessings including the poor, orphaned, homeless, and others. They give whatever is wished to fulfill their needs. They may build Buddha's mausoleums and provide all necessary articles for such places, so they may be used as wished without fear or hesitation. Whenever great enlightening beings give land, they dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings fully realize the pure stage of universal knowledge and arrive at the consummation of the practices of universal good. May all sentient beings attain the stage of total mental command and receive and hold all Buddha teachings with right recollection. May all sentient beings attain sustaining power and be able to preserve all Buddha teachings. May all sentient beings attain a mind like the earth, with intentions ever pure and free from evil thoughts towards sentient beings. May all sentient beings maintain the lineage of Buddhas, accomplishing the processes of the stages of enlightening beings without interruption. May all sentient beings become abodes of safety for all, causing all to be harmonized and pacified and to abide in the path of purity. May all sentient beings benefit the world the same as enlightened ones, causing all to diligently cultivate themselves and abide securely in the power of Buddhahood. May all sentient beings be liked by all the world, and cause everyone to abide in the highest happiness of Buddhahood. May all sentient beings attain skill and means of liberation and abide in the power and fearlessness of Buddhahood. May all sentient beings attain knowledge like the earth and freely practice all Buddha teachings. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving land, to cause sentient beings to all attain ultimate consummation of the pure state of all enlightened ones. Great enlightening beings give servants as offerings to all Buddhas and enlightening beings, genuine teachers, or they may give them to the religious community or to their parents, honorable fields of blessings, or again they may give them to sentient beings suffering from illness, to fulfill their needs and preserve their lives. Or they may give them to the poor and helpless and all others without attendants. Or they may give countless servants from time to time to look after the shrines and mausoleums of Buddhas, or to transcribe the true teachings of the Buddhas. Those servants are all intelligent and highly skilled, naturally obedient, always diligent and never lazy, with honest minds, peaceful and happy minds, altruistic minds, humane and benevolent minds, respectful minds, minds free from resentment and hostility, able to adjust to the customs of those for whom they work, able to be of benefit to everyone. Also, from the influences of the enlightening being's pure conduct, they have talent and artistry, and are masters of crafts and mathematics. They are skilled in service and able to please. At that time, the enlightening beings dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain docile minds, cultivating roots of goodness with all Buddhas. May all sentient beings obediently provide offerings to all Buddhas and be able to hear and absorb what the Buddhas teach. May all sentient beings be accepted by the Buddhas, always observe the enlightened ones without any other thought. May all sentient beings not spoil the seed of Buddhahood, diligently cultivating all roots of goodness in accord with the Buddhas. May all sentient beings always diligently provide for all Buddhas, not wasting any time. May all sentient beings hold the sublime doctrines of the Buddhas, their words pure, traveling without fear. May all sentient beings always be happy to see Buddhas, never tiring, not begrudging their lives to the Buddhas. May all sentient beings get to see the Buddhas, their minds without indulgence or attachment, free from worldly dependence. May all sentient beings only take refuge in Buddha, and forever leave all false resorts. May all sentient beings follow the Buddha way, their minds always blissfully contemplating the supreme Buddha teaching. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving servants, to cause sentient beings to get rid of defilement, clear the ground of Buddhahood, and be able to manifest the free body of the enlightened. Great Enlightening Beings give their bodies to those who come ask for them. When they give, they engender a humble mind, a mind like the earth, a mind enduring all suffering without changing or wavering, a mind to serve sentient beings tirelessly, a mind regarding all sentient beings like a benevolent mother, turning over all their virtues to them, a mind of forgiveness for the various impositions and aggressions of ignorant evil beings, and rest on the foundations of goodness, diligently performing service. At that time, enlightening beings dedicate all the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings never lack what they need. Cultivate the practices of enlightening beings unremittingly. Not give up the just rewards of all enlightening beings. Remain on the path traveled by enlightening beings. Comprehend the equal real nature of enlightening beings. Get to be of the number of the family of Buddhas. Abide by truthful speech. Sustain enlightening practice. Cause all worldlings to be able to clarify the Buddha teaching, deeply believe in it, and realize the ultimate consummation of the teaching, and cause sentient beings to produce pure, excellent roots of goodness, abide in great virtue, and fulfill universal knowledge. Also, with these roots of goodness, I will cause all sentient beings to always get to attend all Buddhas, to understand all their teachings, to bear the teachings, reading and reciting them, never forgetting them or letting them be lost or scattered, their minds well subdued. Those who are not self-controlled, I will tame, training them with the methods of stillness and serenity. I will cause sentient beings in the presence of the Buddhas to persevere in these things. Also, by these roots of goodness, I will cause all sentient beings to be the foremost monument, worthy of receiving the various offerings of the world. I will cause all sentient beings to become supreme fields of blessings, attain Buddha knowledge, and enlighten everyone. I will cause all sentient beings to become the best of recipients, able to benefit all living beings. I will cause all sentient beings to become the best of benefactors, able to foster the endowment of all roots of goodness. I will cause all sentient beings to become the finest receivers of gifts, able to cause the givers to obtain infinite rewards. I will cause all sentient beings to attain emancipation from the realms of desire, form, and formlessness. I will cause all sentient beings to become the foremost of leaders, able to show the world the path that accords with truth. I will cause all sentient beings to attain marvelous total mental command, fully holding all the true teachings of the Buddhas. I will cause all sentient beings to attain realization of the infinite primary cosmos of reality, and fulfill the true path unobstructed as space. This is Great Enlightening Beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving their own bodies, to cause all sentient beings to attain the body of infinite knowledge of the sanctified ones. Great Enlightening Beings are joyful when they hear the teaching. They conceive pure faith, and are able to offer their own bodies to the Buddha, raptly believing in the treasure of the unexcelled teaching. They think of the Buddhas as their parents, and read and recite, absorb and hold the teachings of the path of non-obstruction, entering into all the gates of countless teachings, jewels of wisdom, roots of goodness. Their minds always think of infinite Buddhas. They enter the sphere of Buddhahood and attain to deep comprehension of its principles. They are able, with the subtle, mysterious, pure voice of the enlightened, to produce clouds of Buddha teachings and shower rain of Buddha teachings. Bravely and freely they are able to analytically explain the supreme state of the omniscient. Fully consummating the vehicle of all knowledge, they fulfill all potentials with immeasurable hundreds of thousands of millions of great teachings. When Great Enlightening Beings hear such teachings from Buddhas, their joy knows no bounds. They abide firmly by the truth, cut off their own doubt and confusion, and also cause others' doubts to be removed as well. Their minds are always light and happy, full of virtuous qualities, replete with roots of goodness. Their attention is continuous, helping sentient beings without their minds ever being exhausted. They attain supreme knowledge and become treasuries of diamonds. They associate closely with Buddhas and purify Buddha fields, always diligently attend all the enlightened ones. At that time, the enlightening beings dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain a fully developed, most excellent body in the care of all Buddhas. May all sentient beings always be near the Buddhas, abide with the Buddhas, and always gaze upon them, never leaving. May all sentient beings attain a pure, indestructible body, endowed with all virtue and knowledge. May all sentient beings always diligently serve all Buddhas, and carry out the ultimate pure practice of non-assumption. May all sentient beings attain the egoless body, divorced from self and possession. May all sentient beings be able to distribute their bodies throughout the lands of the 10 directions, like reflections appearing without coming or going. May all sentient beings attain the body of freedom, going everywhere in the 10 directions without self or reception. May all sentient beings attain the Buddha body, born in the home of the unexcelled embodiment of the realization of thusness. May all sentient beings attain the great power of forbearance of the body of power of truth, which none can break down. May all sentient beings attain the incomparable body and realize the pure body of reality of the enlightened. May all sentient beings develop the body of transmundane virtues, born in the pure realm of reality where nothing is obtained. This is the dedication of roots of goodness of enlightening beings when offering their bodies to Buddhas, to cause sentient beings to dwell forever in the house of the Buddhas of past, present, and future. Great enlightening beings give their bodies to all sentient beings because they want to cause them to develop roots of goodness and to remember and think of roots of goodness. Great enlightening beings wish their bodies to be great bright lamps able to illumine all sentient beings, to be means of life supporting all beings, to be treasuries of wonderful teaching able to sustain all living beings, to be pure light to awaken all sentient beings, to be lights of the world causing all sentient beings to always see, to be causes and conditions of roots of goodness causing sentient beings to always get the opportunity to meet them, to be genuine teachers causing all sentient beings to receive instruction and guidance, to be even paths on which all sentient beings may tread, to be unexcelled, complete comfort, enabling all sentient beings to be freed from suffering and be purified, to be clear suns universally and impartially benefiting the world. At that time, enlightening beings dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings always associate with the Buddhas and enter the realm of Buddha knowledge. May all sentient beings attain adaptable knowledge and abide in unexcelled awareness. May all sentient beings always be in the assemblies of Buddhas, and their minds be well tuned. May all sentient beings always comport themselves with the dignity of Buddhas. May all sentient beings attain nirvana and profoundly understand the meaning of the teaching. May all sentient beings be complete in knowledge and conduct and be born in the house of the Buddhas. May all sentient beings give up ignorant craving and abide in the aspiration of Buddhahood. May all sentient beings develop excellent roots of goodness and sit at the tree of enlightenment. May all sentient beings slay the brigands that are the afflictions and get rid of these enemies. May all sentient beings fully preserve all Buddha teachings. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving their bodies to all sentient beings, because they want to benefit all sentient beings and cause them to reach the realm of supreme peace. Great enlightening beings personally attend the Buddhas, wanting to requite their great benevolence, thinking of them as like parents. They have deep faith in the Buddhas and preserve enlightenment, abiding by the principles of the Buddhas, detaching from mundane conceptions. Born in the house of the enlightened, they follow the Buddhas, leaving the realm of delusion. They arrive at the sphere of action of all Buddhas and become vessels of the teachings of all Buddhas. At that time, the enlightening beings dedicate these roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings attain pure minds and adorn themselves with the jewel of universal knowledge. May all sentient beings abide in good self-control and avoid all bad actions. May all sentient beings gain indestructible, steadfast retinues, able to absorb the true teaching of the Buddhas. May all sentient beings become students of Buddhas and reach the enlightening being's stage of coronation. May all sentient beings always be in the keeping of the Buddhas and forever give up whatever is not good. May all sentient beings follow the Buddhas and practice the supreme principle of enlightening beings. May all sentient beings enter the sphere of Buddhas and receive the prediction of omniscience. May all sentient beings be thoroughly equal to the Buddhas and master all the Buddha teachings. May all sentient beings be in the care of the Buddhas and always be able to practice acting without grasping or attachment. May all sentient beings become the foremost attendants of the Buddhas, and in the company of the Buddhas cultivate the practice of knowledge and wisdom. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when attending Buddhas, because they want to actually realize the enlightenment of the Buddhas, because they want to save all sentient beings, because they want to transcend all in the triple world, because they want to perfect non-malevolence, because they want to attain immeasurably great enlightenment, because they want to develop knowledge illuminating the Buddha teachings, because they want to always receive acceptance by the Buddhas, because they want to gain the protection of the Buddhas, because they want to truly understand all Buddha teachings, because they want to develop roots of goodness equal to those of the Buddhas of all times, and because they want to fully develop an unembittered mind and realize the teachings of all Buddhas. Great enlightening beings give up their countries, able to relinquish all things, including kingship. Their minds attain freedom from all worldly concerns, and they have no ties, no bonds, no obsessions or attachments. They avoid evil deeds and work for the benefit of sentient beings without attachment to the results of their deeds. They do not take pleasure in worldly things, and are no longer attached to or eager for any realm of existence. Though they live in the world, they do not set their hearts on it. They do not cling to material, mental, or sense phenomena, and their minds do not rest on anything internal or external. They never forget the practices of enlightening beings, and never abandon the wise. Keeping the far-reaching practical commitments of enlightening beings, they always gladly serve all good companions. At such times, the enlightening beings dedicate these roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings become monarchs of truth, masters of truth, and reach the other shore. May all sentient beings become monarchs of the Buddha teaching and destroy their enemies, the afflictions. May all sentient beings dwell in the sovereignty of Buddhahood, attain enlightened knowledge, and expound the Buddha teachings. May all sentient beings live in the realm of Buddhahood and be able to turn the wheel of the teaching of unexcelled freedom. May all sentient beings be born in the house of the enlightened ones, master the teachings, and preserve the family of Buddhas forever. May all sentient beings reveal innumerable true teachings of the King of Truth, perfecting boundless great enlightening beings. May all sentient beings abide in the pure realm of reality, become monarchs of the great truth, and manifest the emergence of Buddhas continuing unbroken. May all sentient beings be monarchs of knowledge and wisdom in all worlds, edifying and guiding living beings without ever abandoning them. May all sentient beings be donors of truth to all sentient beings in all worlds throughout the space of the cosmos, enabling them all to abide in the great vehicle. May all sentient beings manage to become monarchs replete with myriad virtues, with roots of goodness equal to those of the Buddhas of past, present, and future. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving away kingship, because they want to cause all sentient beings to ultimately live in peace. When great enlightening beings see people come asking for the magnificent buildings of the royal capital, as well as the revenues from customs duties collected at the borders, they give it all ungrudgingly, wholeheartedly turning toward enlightenment, making great vows, abiding in great benevolence, practicing great compassion, their minds joyfully intent on helping sentient beings. By great knowledge they understand the profound truth and abide in the equal real nature of Buddhas. They practice giving because they are determined to find omniscience, because they have profound longing for freedom, because they seek realization of independent knowledge, because they purify all virtues, because they abide in steadfast great knowledge, because they extensively gather all kinds of roots of goodness, because they carry out the undertakings of all the Buddha teachings, because they spontaneously awaken to the principle of great knowledge, because they abide in enlightenment without regressing, because they cultivate the practical vows of all enlightening beings, and because they thoroughly consummate knowledge of methods of enlightenment. These roots of goodness they dedicate in this way. May all sentient beings be able to purify infinite lands and present them to the Buddhas to live in. May all sentient beings always enjoy living in forests, silent, peaceful, undisturbed. May all sentient beings not dwell in capitals or cities, their hearts delighting in peace and quiet, forever attaining ultimate serenity. May all sentient beings be forever unattached to any world and always gladly avoid all mundane talk. May all sentient beings attain hearts free from covetousness, giving whatever they have without regret. May all sentient beings attain emancipated minds, giving up occupation with business. May all sentient beings be free from miserliness and always practice generous giving. May all sentient beings have unattached minds, transcending the events of home life. May all sentient beings attain freedom from suffering and eliminate all fear of calamity. May all sentient beings purify all worlds in the 10 directions and present them to the Buddhas. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving away royal capitals, to cause sentient beings to all be able to purify the Buddha fields. Great enlightening beings, ladies in waiting, are all beautiful and talented, witty and graceful, skilled in conversation, dancing, and singing, adorned with various clothes, flowers, and perfumes, endlessly delightful to all who see them. Such precious women, countless numbers of them, are all born of the good deeds of enlightening beings, free to do as they will, yet impeccably respectful and agreeable. All of them the enlightening beings give to those who ask for them, without longing for them, without missing them, without obsession with them, without attachment to them, without clinging to them, without craving for them, without thinking about them, without pursuing them, without attachment to their appearance, without lust for them. At such a time, the enlightening beings contemplate the roots of goodness and dedicate them to enabling all sentient beings to attain emancipation, to attain the joy of the Buddha teachings, to attain the enduring in the midst of the unenduring, to attain the incorruptible mind of adamantine knowledge, to enter the sight of Buddha's enlightenment, to reach the other shore, to attain the supremely enlightened mind, to be able to comprehend all things, to produce all roots of goodness, to enter the house of the Buddhas of all times. Great enlightening beings, abiding by this principle, are born in the house of the enlightened, develop the pure, supreme causal basis of the Buddhas, produce the supreme path of universal knowledge, enter deeply into the far-reaching work of knowledge of enlightening beings, and get rid of all worldly defilements and afflictions. They are always able to provide offerings to the virtuous fields of blessings. They expound the wondrous teaching to sentient beings, skillfully arranging it, causing them to cultivate pure practices, always endeavoring to embody all roots of goodness. At such a time, the enlightening beings dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings always attain a retinue of innumerable concentrations, the supreme concentration of enlightening beings, continuing uninterrupted. May all sentient beings always delight in seeing Buddha and enter absorption in the adornments of Buddhas. May all sentient beings accomplish the inconceivable concentration of enlightening beings, sporting freely in immeasurable spiritual powers. May all sentient beings enter concentration in accord with truth and attain incorruptible minds. May all sentient beings thoroughly attain the most profound concentration of enlightening beings, and realize freedom in all meditations and concentrations. May all sentient beings attain liberated minds and accomplish the group of all concentration states. May all sentient beings attain skill in all kinds of concentration, able to take in all aspects of concentration. May all sentient beings attain concentration of supreme knowledge, able to learn and practice the various methods of concentration. May all sentient beings attain unobstructed concentration and enter into deep meditation concentration, never regressing or losing it. May all sentient beings attain unattached concentration, their minds always sensing truly and not grasping duality. This is great enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving away their retinues, because they want to cause all sentient beings to gain indestructible pure retinues, because they want to cause all sentient beings to gain retinues of enlightening beings, because they want to cause all sentient beings to be able to fulfill the powers of omniscience, because they want to cause all sentient beings to realize supreme wisdom, because they want to cause all sentient beings to have amenable retinues, because they want to cause all sentient beings to attain the pure reality body of the enlightened, because they want to cause all sentient beings to attain orderly, reasonable powers of elucidation and skillfully expound the inexhaustible treasury of the Buddha's teachings, because they want to cause all sentient beings to forever relinquish all conventional mundane virtues and equally cultivate pure transmundane virtues, because they want to cause all sentient beings' purifying work to be complete and develop all pure qualities, and because they want to cause all Buddha teachings to be evident to all sentient beings, universally purified by the light of truth. Great enlightening beings can give away their beloved spouses and children, as did the loving Prince, Adornment Manifestation King, and countless other great enlightening beings. At such a time, the enlightening beings mount the mind of all knowledge, carry out total giving, and purely cultivate the path of enlightening beings, their minds clear and without regret. They give up what they prize in quest of omniscience, to cause sentient beings to have profound, pure aspirations, accomplish the practice of enlightenment, observe the path of enlightening beings, reflect on the enlightenment of the Buddhas, and abide in the family of Buddhas. When great enlightening beings have developed such a giving mind, they determine to seek the body of Buddhahood. They observe their own bodies to be bound to everything and unable to be independent. Still, they help all sentient beings with their own bodies, like continents of treasure, giving all, causing the unfulfilled to be fulfilled. Thus do enlightening beings care for sentient beings, wishing to cause their own bodies to be the best of monuments, to cause all to become joyful. They want to create an egalitarian, equanimous attitude in the world. They want to be reservoirs of pure coolness for sentient beings. They want to give all peace and happiness to sentient beings. They want to be great donors to sentient beings. They are capable of such magnificent commitments because their knowledge is free and they know the practices carried out by enlightening beings. Proceeding toward omniscience, they vow to become supremely wise fields of blessings. They care for all sentient beings and always follow and protect them, while being able to accomplish their own salvation. Their light of knowledge and wisdom illumines the whole world. They always conscientiously remember the generosity of enlightening beings, and always raptly contemplate the sphere of realization of thusness. Great enlightening beings dedicate the roots of virtue collected by giving away spouses and children with unbound, unattached, liberated minds in this way. May all sentient beings, abiding in the enlightenment of Buddhahood, produce phantom bodies pervading the cosmos, turning the wheel of teaching that never turns back. May all sentient beings attain the body of non-attachment and go to all Buddha fields by the power of will. May all sentient beings give up the mind of love and hate and sever the knot of greed and anger. May all sentient beings be children of the Buddhas, following the course of the Buddhas. May all sentient beings steadfastly think of the Buddhas as themselves. May all sentient beings always be children of Buddha, born by transformation from the teaching. May all sentient beings reach the ultimate and accomplish the independent knowledge and wisdom of the enlightened. May all sentient beings realize the enlightenment of Buddhahood and be forever free of afflictions. May all sentient beings be able to fully expound the way to enlightenment, always blissfully practicing the giving of the unsurpassed teaching. May all sentient beings attain a rightly concentrated mind, their concentration unbroken by any objects. May all sentient beings sit at the tree of enlightenment, attain supreme true awakening, and teach innumerable good men and women born by transformation from the teaching. This is enlightening beings' dedication of roots of goodness when giving spouses and children, to cause sentient beings to all realize the unattached knowledge of unhindered liberation. Great enlightening beings give houses and furniture to any who ask for them, practicing the principle of generosity, having no attachments to home, leaving behind all thoughts of home life, fed up with family business, having no craving or taste for comforts and conveniences. Their minds are without ties or attachments. They know the household is fragile, and they disdain it, having no craving for it at all, only wanting to leave home and cultivate the practices of enlightening beings, adorning themselves with the enlightening teachings and qualities of Buddhahood. They give up all without regret, always praised by the Buddhas, generously giving whatever they have, houses, goods, wherever they are, without attachment in their minds. When they see beggars come, they are joyful, and the enlightening beings dedicate these roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings be liberated from the ties of householding, enter homelessness, and cultivate religious practice in Buddhism. May all sentient beings get rid of the taint of miserliness and gladly give all, their minds never shrinking back. May all sentient beings forever detach from householding, have few desires, be content, not storing anything. May all sentient beings leave the home of conventional society and live in the home of the enlightened. May all sentient beings be free from clinging to home and family, and though they live at home, have no attachment in their minds. May all sentient beings be skillful teachers and guides, expounding enlightened wisdom without leaving lay life. May all sentient beings, while physically living at home, mentally always live in accord with Buddha knowledge. May all sentient beings, while in the state of lay home life, dwell in the state of Buddhahood, and cause infinite sentient beings to develop joyful minds. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving houses, to cause sentient beings to accomplish the various practical vows and spiritual powers and knowledge of enlightening beings. Great Enlightening Beings give all kinds of gardens, groves, terraces, and pleasant parks with this thought: I should make a fine grove for all sentient beings. I should show all sentient beings the pleasure of the teaching. I should give all sentient beings joy. I should show all sentient beings boundless enjoyment. I should open the gate of the teaching of purity for all sentient beings. I should cause all sentient beings' minds to swell with joy. I should cause all beings to attain complete enlightenment. I should cause all beings to fulfill the great vow. I should be like a benevolent father to all sentient beings. I should cause all sentient beings to observe with knowledge and wisdom. I should give all beings the necessities of life. I should be like a loving mother to all sentient beings, nurturing all roots of goodness and great aspirations. When Great Enlightening Beings cultivate roots of goodness like this, they do not detest evil sentient beings, and do not make the mistake of thinking to reject them. Even if all the beings in the world are ingrates, they never have any hatred or resentment, and never give a thought to revenge. They only want to annihilate their innumerable sufferings and afflictions. In all worlds their minds are like space, unaffected and unattached. Everywhere they observe the true character of all things. They take the great vow to extinguish the suffering of sentient beings, never wearying of or abandoning the determination of the great vehicle. Annihilating all views, they cultivate the impartial practice and vows of enlightening beings. Great enlightening beings, having contemplated in this way, unify all their roots of goodness and dedicate them all in this way. May all sentient beings richly produce innumerable good qualities moment to moment, and develop minds like supreme gardens and groves. May all sentient beings attain imperturbability, see all Buddhas, and make them happy. May all sentient beings enjoy the garden of truth and attain to sublime enjoyment of the gardens of the Buddha lands. May all sentient beings attain pure minds and always see the garden of psychic powers of the enlightened ones. May all sentient beings attain the playful enjoyment of Buddhahood, always sporting in the realm of wisdom. May all sentient beings attain the pleasure of carefree roaming, traveling to the assemblies at enlightenment sites and Buddha fields everywhere. May all sentient beings accomplish the liberated roaming of enlightening beings and carry out the practices of enlightening beings throughout the future without ever tiring of it. May all sentient beings see all Buddhas filling the cosmos, develop vastly broad minds, and abide in the groves of Buddhahood. May all sentient beings be able to go to all Buddha fields and give offerings to the Buddhas in each and every field. May all sentient beings attain hearts of good desires, purifying and adorning all Buddha fields. This is Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when giving away all gardens, groves, and terraces. Great Enlightening Beings perform countless great charitable works, all pure, approved by the Buddhas, never injuring a single sentient being, causing all sentient beings to avoid all evils, to purify their action, speech, and thought, and to achieve wisdom. They clear countless spheres of purity and pile up therein countless fine things to support life. Activating the most rarely attained spirit of enlightenment, they practice unlimited giving, causing sentient beings to abide in the path of purity, good in the beginning, the middle, and the end, and to engender pure faith. They gladden countless sentient beings according to their heart's desires. With great benevolence and compassion, they bring all to safety. They serve and provide for the Buddhas of the past, present, and future. Because they want to develop the seed of Buddhahood, they practice giving without regret in their hearts, increasing the development of the faculty of faith, fulfilling superlative conduct, moment to moment progressing to transcendence. At such times, the enlightening beings dedicate the roots of goodness in this way. May all sentient beings develop the mind of the great vehicle and be able to accomplish the giving of the great vehicle. May all sentient beings be able to carry out giving to the masses, total giving, good giving, supreme giving, unexcelled giving, most unsurpassable giving, incomparable giving, giving transcending all worlds, giving praised by all the Buddhas. May all sentient beings become the best of donors, rescuing sentient beings from the various conditions of misery and enabling them to enter the path of unobstructed knowledge, cultivating impartial vows, roots of goodness in accord with truth, attaining non-discrimination, realizing inherent knowledge. May all sentient beings abide securely in the dispassionate, serene knowledge of meditation concentrations, enter the undying path, consummate knowledge of all spiritual powers, persevere bravely to fulfill the enlightened qualities adorning all the stages and reach the other shore, never turning back. May all sentient beings set up great charities without ever wearying, providing for and helping sentient beings unceasingly, consummating the unexcelled knowledge of all means of liberation. May all sentient beings always diligently plant all roots of goodness and reach the other shore of myriad virtues. May all sentient beings always be praised by the Buddhas and be great donors in the world, replete with virtues, filling the cosmos, illumining the 10 directions, giving unexcelled happiness. May all sentient beings establish great charities, widely gathering roots of goodness, equally including all sentient beings, and arrive at the other shore. May all sentient beings accomplish supreme giving, causing sentient beings everywhere to abide in the foremost vehicle. May all sentient beings give at appropriate times, forever avoid improper timing, and consummate great giving. May all sentient beings accomplish good giving and reach the other shore of great giving of the Buddhas. May all sentient beings ultimately always carry on magnificent giving, considering all Buddhas their teachers, able to approach them all and make great offerings. May all sentient beings abide in pure giving, gathering infinite virtues equal to the cosmos, and reach the other shore. May all sentient beings be great donors in all worlds, vowing to liberate all creatures and live in the realm of the enlightened. This is the Great Enlightening Being's dedication of roots of goodness when establishing great charities, to cause sentient beings to practice supreme giving, giving to consummate Buddhahood, giving to perfect goodness, incorruptible giving, giving of offerings to Buddhas, giving without resentment, giving to save sentient beings, giving to attain omniscience, giving to always see the Buddhas, giving with great perseverance, great giving to perfect the virtues of all enlightening beings and the knowledge and wisdom of Buddhahood. Great enlightening beings give all necessities of life unbegrudgingly, without seeking reward, without hoping for worldly prosperity or happiness. They rid the mind of errant thought and meditate well on the truth because they want to benefit all sentient beings and clearly perceive the true nature of all things. According to the various different needs of sentient beings, they prepare innumerable things to support life, the embellishments of which are all fine and beautiful. They carry out unbounded giving, total giving, and giving of everything internal and external. When they carry out this giving, they increase their power of determination, gain great virtue, perfect the jewel of mind, and are ever able to safeguard all sentient beings, causing them all to develop the most excellent aspirations, yet with never a thought of seeking reward. Their roots of goodness are equal to those of the Buddhas of past, present, and future, and by them they all fulfill the knowledge of all means of liberation. Great enlightening beings dedicate all the roots of goodness in this giving to sentient beings, that all sentient beings may be purified and master themselves, that all sentient beings may extinguish afflictions and purify all Buddha fields, that all sentient beings with a pure mind may pervade the cosmos in a single moment of thought, that all sentient beings may fill the cosmos of space with knowledge, that all sentient beings attain universal knowledge, enter everywhere in the three realms of desire, form, and formlessness, and tame sentient beings, at all times turning the irreversible wheel of the pure teaching, that all sentient beings may be endowed with omniscience and be able to manifest the techniques of spiritual powers to benefit sentient beings, that all sentient beings be able to awaken to complete enlightenment and forever ceaselessly expound the true teaching in all regions, causing all beings to get to hear and know of it, that all sentient beings may cultivate the practices of enlightening beings for countless eons and manage to fulfill them all, that all sentient beings may cultivate the practices of enlightening beings in all worlds that may be accounted or spoken of, be they defiled or pure worlds, small or large, gross or subtle, inverted or upright, uniformly or variously adorned, extending throughout them all, that all sentient beings may in every passing moment perform the work of Buddhas of past, present, and future, teaching and transforming sentient beings and turning them toward universal knowledge. Great enlightening beings provide sentient beings with everything they need in order to cause the Buddha teaching to continue unbroken. With great compassion, they save all sentient beings. Abiding stably in great benevolence, they cultivate the practices of enlightening beings. They never violate the teachings of the Buddha. With skill and means, they practice whatever is good, not letting the lineage of Buddhas die out. They give whatever is required, without being troubled. They give all with never a regret, being always earnestly dedicated to the path of universal knowledge. At such times, the various forms and species of living creatures from the lands of the 10 directions, various fields of blessings, all come and gather around the enlightening beings, making various requests of them. The enlightening beings, seeing them, receive them all, their hearts becoming joyful, like seeing good friends. With great compassion and mercy, they want to satisfy their wishes. Their generosity increases unceasingly, and without weariness. They fulfill their requests, satisfying them according to their needs, freeing them from the miseries of destitution. Then the seekers are very happy and spread the voice of praise of the virtue of the enlightening beings, so that their good repute becomes widespread and everyone comes to them. The joy of the enlightening beings upon seeing them has no measure. Even if one experienced the pleasures of Indra, king of gods, for 1,000,000,000,000 quadrillion eons, experienced the pleasures of the Suyama heaven for countless eons, experienced the pleasures of the Tushita heaven for immeasurable eons, Experience the pleasures of the heaven of good emanation for boundless eons. Experience the pleasures of the heaven of free enjoyment of others' emanations for incomparable eons. Experience the pleasure of the Brahma kings for uncountable eons. Experience the 3,000 royal pleasures of world monarchs for unaccountable eons. Experience the pleasures of the heaven of universal purity for unthinkable eons. And experience the pleasures of the heaven of pure abodes for unspeakably many eons. None of it could equal the joy and delight of great enlightening beings upon seeing the needy come to them. They are happy and ebullient. Their faith grows. Their aspiration is pure. Their faculties are harmoniously tuned. Their resolution is fully developed, and they progress toward complete enlightenment. The great enlightening beings dedicate these roots of goodness to the welfare of all sentient beings, to the peace and happiness of all sentient beings, to the true benefit of all sentient beings, to the purification of all sentient beings, to induce all sentient beings to seek enlightenment, to cause all sentient beings to attain equality, to cause all sentient beings to attain intelligent, benevolent minds, to cause all sentient beings to enter the great vehicle, to cause all sentient beings to attain wisdom, and to cause all sentient beings to fulfill the practical undertakings of the universally good enlightening being, fulfill the vehicle of the 10 powers, and actually realize true awakening. When great enlightening beings dedicate roots of goodness this way, they are liberated in word, thought, and deed. They have no attachments or bonds, no concept of sentient beings, no concept of a life, no concept of a personality, no concept of a person, no concept of a youth, no concept of one born, no concept of an agent, no concept of a receiver, no concept of existence, no concept of non-existence, no concept of present life or afterlife, no concept of dying here and being born there, no concept of permanence, no concept of impermanence, no concept of the 3 realms of existence, no concept of the non-existence of the 3 realms. They are not perceiving, nor are they not perceiving. Thus they are not practicing dedication bound, not practicing dedication liberated from bonds, not practicing dedication by action, not practicing dedication by the results of action, not practicing dedication with discrimination, not practicing dedication indiscriminately, not practicing dedication thinking, not practicing dedication after thought, not practicing dedication with mind, not practicing dedication mindlessly. When great enlightening beings practice dedication in this way, they do not cling to inside or outside, subject or object, cause or effect, right or wrong, thought or non-thought, from the birth of form, the passing away of form, or to sensation, perception, patterning, or consciousness, or to the birth or passing away of sensation, perception, patterning, or consciousness. If great enlightening beings are able to not be bound by these things, then they are not bound by form or by the birth or passing away of form. They are not bound by sensation, perception, patterning, or consciousness, or by the birth or passing away of sensation, perception, patterning, or consciousness. If they are able to not be bound by these things, then they also are not released from these things. Why? Because there does not exist the slightest thing being born, already born, or to be born. There is nothing that can be apprehended, nothing that can be clung to. All things are inherently like this. They have no intrinsic nature of their own. They are intrinsically incompatible with any characterization, neither one nor two, not many and not infinite, not small or large, not narrow or broad, not deep or shallow, not nullity and not concepts, not so and not so, not truth and not truth, not substantial and not insubstantial, not existent and not non-existent. Enlightening beings thus see things as not things, while in terms of speech they follow convention in defining what are not things as things. They do not cut off the paths of action and do not give up enlightening practices. They seek omniscience without ever turning back. They know that all conditions of action are like dreams, that sounds and voices are like echoes, that sentient beings are like shadows, that all things are like phantoms. Yet they do not deny the power of the action of causes and conditions. They know that the function of actions is far-reaching. They understand that all things do nothing and traverse the path of non-doing without ever giving it up. These great enlightening beings abide in universal knowledge, dedicating all, whether positive or negative, to omniscience. They practice dedication in all places without ever retreating. In what senses, by what meanings, is it called dedication? It is called dedication because of having crossed over the world forever and arrived at the other shore. It is called dedication because of crossing over the path of speech and arriving at the other shore. It is called dedication because of leaving behind all sorts of concepts and reaching the other shore. It is called dedication because of having forever ended the idea of corporeality and arrived at the other shore. It is called dedication because of having left dependency behind forever and reached the other shore. It is called dedication because of having ended contrivance forever and reached the other shore. It is called dedication because of having left all states of existence forever and arrived at the other shore. It is called dedication because of having abandoned all grasping forever and arrived at the other shore. It is called dedication because of having left all worldly things forever and arrived at the other shore. When great enlightening beings practice dedication in this way, then they are living in accord with the Buddha, in accord with the truth, in accord with knowledge, in accord with enlightenment, in accord with its meaning, in accord with its sphere, in accord with its practice, in accord with reality, and in accord with purity. When great enlightening beings practice dedication in this way, then they comprehend all things. Then they serve all Buddhas. There is not a single Buddha they do not attend, not a single thing they do not offer. There is not a single thing that can be destroyed, not a single thing that can be turned away from, not a single thing that can be clung to, not a single thing that can be avoided. They do not see anything at all, internal or external, that has any disintegration or violates causality. They are replete with the power of the teaching and never cease. This is the sixth of the great enlightening beings' dedications, following up and making permanent all roots of goodness, causing them to endure. When great enlightening beings abide in this dedication, they are always in the care of the Buddhas. They firmly endure, unregressing, and enter the profound essence of things, cultivating universal knowledge. They accord with the meaning of the teaching, accord with the nature of things, accord with all enduring roots of goodness, accord with all completely fulfilled great vows, and fully embody the truth which accords with perdurance, which cannot be broken by even the adamant. In the midst of all things, they attain independence. Then the enlightening being Diamond Banner, surveying the 10 directions, looked over the assembled masses, and viewing the cosmos, entered into the most profound meaning of verbal expression, cultivated an immeasurably broad mind, covered the whole world with the mind of great compassion, developed the mind of the family of Buddhas of past, future, and present, entered into the virtues of all Buddhas, perfected the body of independent powers of the Buddhas, observed the mental inclinations of sentient beings, and, according to their roots of goodness that could be developed and matured, manifested physical bodies to them based on the body of the essence of things. Imbued with spiritual power from the Buddha, he said in verse, Enlightening beings appear physically as monarchs in the highest worldly ranks, their virtues and glory surpassing all, providing benefit for all living creatures. Their minds are pure without attachment. They are masters of the world, respected by all. They promulgate true teaching to educate people and cause sentient beings everywhere to attain peace. Manifesting birth among the noble, rising to monarchy, they always carry on the teaching according to the truth. Benevolent by nature, free from cruelty, all in the 10 directions look up to them and obey them. Their knowledge and discernment always clear, their capacities are fully complete. As rulers and leaders, they are followed by all. They crush the armies of demons and annihilate them. They hold fast to pure morality, without transgression. With firm determination they forbear unshakably. They vow to forever clear away anger from the mind, and always gladly practice the teachings of Buddha. Food and drink, perfumes and garlands, as well as clothes, vehicles, chairs, cushions, and lamps. Enlightening beings give these to people to help them, and give innumerable other kinds of things as well. They practice giving to be of aid, causing them to open their hearts. In regard to the Supreme as well as others, their minds are pure and full of joy. Enlightening beings provide for all, able to give up everything they have, internal and external, unfailingly causing their minds to be forever pure, and never to be narrow or mean. They may give their heads or eyes, or give their hands or feet, skin, flesh, bones, marrow, and so on. All they give up unbegrudgingly. Enlightening beings on the throne of royalty, of the most noble of tribes, open their mouths and put forth their tongues to give living beings, their hearts joyful, without sorrow or attachment. The virtues of giving their tongues they dedicate to all sentient beings, praying that based on this excellent cause, all may attain the universal tongue of the enlightened. They may give their spouses and children, or their royal rank, or give themselves to be servants. Their minds are pure and always joyful, thus they have no remorse or regret. They give whatever is required, aiding according to the time, unwearied. All they have they can disburse, so that all seekers be satisfied. They give their bodies to hear the teaching, and practice austerities seeking enlightenment, and for the sake of the living they give up all, seeking unexcelled knowledge without turning back. By the true teaching heard from the Buddhas, they give up their bodies to be servants. Because they want to save all living beings, they develop a mind of infinite joy. They see the world-honored guide can bring widespread weal with kindness. Then they dance with joy and absorb the savor of the profound teaching of enlightenment. Whatever roots of goodness enlightening beings have, they dedicate all to sentient beings. They rescue all without exception, forever liberating them so they're eternally at peace. Enlightening beings' retinues are attractive, talented, eloquent, and intelligent, adorned with all manner of embellishments, flower garlands, clothes, and perfumes. These retinues, rare as they are, enlightening beings are able to give away, wholeheartedly seeking true enlightenment to liberate beings, never for a moment giving up this determination. Enlightening beings thus think clearly and fully carry out various great works, dedicating all to conscious beings without developing a grasping mind. Enlightening beings give up their royal ranks as well as their land and cities, palaces, bowers, gardens, and groves, servants and attendants, all ungrudgingly. Over countless millions of eons, they travel everywhere giving, whereby they teach and lead living beings, causing them to ascend to the unexcelled shore. Countless species, each different, come and gather from all worlds. Seeing them, enlightening beings are joyful and satisfy them according to need. Like the dedication of the Buddhas of all times, enlightening beings perform similar works. The course of the human taming lords they emulate to reach the other shore. Enlightening beings examine all things. Who can comprehend these things? What is comprehension? What is comprehended? Thus their giving dwells nowhere. The adaptive knowledge of enlightening beings' dedication, the expedient methods of enlightening beings' dedication, the true meaning of enlightening beings' dedication, they have no attachment to those things. Their minds do not conceptualize actions arbitrarily, and they are not obsessed with results of action. They know the nature of enlightenment comes from conditions, and enter the profound realm of reality without opposition. They do not have action in their bodies, nor does it dwell in the mind. By wisdom they realize there's no essence to action, yet due to causality, action's not lost. Their minds do not wrongly grasp things of the past, nor crave for things of the future, nor dwell on aught in the present. They know the 3 times are all void. Enlightening beings have already reached the other shore of form and of sensation, perception, patternings, and consciousness. They go beyond the flow of birth and death in the world, their minds humble and always pure. They clearly analyze the 5 clusters, 18 elements, 12 sense media, and their own bodies. Looking for enlightenment in each, their essential nature cannot be grasped. They do not cling to appearances of permanence in things, nor cling to the appearance of annihilation. The nature of things is neither existent nor non-existent, while the process of the principle of action ultimately never ends. They do not dwell on anything at all, do not see sentient beings or enlightenment. Throughout all lands and all times, they ultimately find they cannot be found. If one can see things in this way, one will accord with the understanding of the Buddhas. Though one seek their essence, it cannot be found. Yet enlightening beings' practices are not in vain. Enlightening beings understand things exist due to conditions, and they do not deviate from the paths they should travel. They clarify and explain the marks of all actions, wanting to purify all sentient beings. This is the path traversed by the wise, taught by all the enlightened ones. Following it reflectively, entering the true meaning, one will naturally awaken and become enlightened. Phenomena have no birth or extinction, and they have no coming or going. Not dying here and reborn there, such people understand the Buddha teachings. Comprehending the true nature of things, yet not conceptualizing the nature of things, knowing things have no essence and no discrimination, such people can enter the Buddha's knowledge. The nature of things is in all places, all sentient beings and all lands, in all times, past, present, and future, yet has no apprehensible form. That which the Buddhas all realize is all-inclusive, omitting naught. Though they explain all things in all times, all these things are not existent. As the nature of things pervades everywhere, so does the dedication of enlightening beings. Thus dedicated to sentient beings, they never retreat from the world.